Most of us do not understand what it means to be a Biafran. You have not seen anything yet. I was kidnapped. I was beaten. I was spat at. My clothes were ripped from my body. Women urinated and poured it on me because of Biafra, so that they may humiliate me to such a point that I will not talk about Biafra anymore. They videoed me. Masop has a video of me where they were beating me, dragging me on the floor, tearing my clothes because I spoke the truth. That did not stop me from talking about Biafra. It did not stop me from taking Radio Biafra to Enugu. It did not stop me from broadcasting Radio Biafra from Nnewi. It did not stop me from broadcasting Radio Biafra from Onitsha, from Owerri, from Aba, from Port Harcourt. I am resolute. I don't retreat. Never. Nigeria has put me in detention before. Solitary confinement. It did not stop me from preaching Biafra. How about an imbecile? Some we are talking. How can that affect me? If those that kidnapped me and nearly killed me did not stop me from doing Biafra, how about an imbecile hiding somewhere? People must know who I am. I am destructively stubborn. You see, Biafra is going to come. You don't know what it means. Most of us do not understand what...
As lamentation or complaint, I am only trying to prepare our people for what is to come. You are being prepared for what is to come. The time has come to separate the chaff from the wheat itself. Our march is very, very near. The enemies are trembling, they are quaking, they are doing all they can to try to stop us. But they have failed very woefully, and they will continue to fail. But I want to tell you that we are getting attacks from everywhere all over the world. And very soon, they will buy over some of you. Some of you, they will buy some of you over. The spirit of Yasika and the Ifajuna are still in some of you. When the time comes, they will buy you over. I am not doing this program tonight to ask all of you to be strong. I am doing it to remind you, not that if they succeed in buying you over, you're not going to stop what we're doing. You can't. You cannot. Not in a trillion years. But I need you to appreciate one very simple fact. That at the end of this very race, everybody will testify that indeed Chukwukika, the same God of Israel, of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the same God of Ehiri in Aguleri, the same God of Umweri, the same God of Ora-Eri, the same God of Owe-Eri, the same God of Arochukwu. Just if you look at the true God, one true God, you will know that indeed, not only is he omnipotent, that same God is the owner of this very agitation. No human being can stop it. We have enemies, and we need to be very, very careful, both within and without. Very, very careful. The next 2 weeks will be very pivotal. Next 2 weeks will be very, very important in the life, or should I say, in this very mission that we have embarked upon. The devil will do everything. And you are going to watch spectacularly how we are going to destroy and shame the enemy. And at the end, every glory and adoration will belong to God and not to man. Now let us go and tell you what is happening that some of you do not understand.
For Biafra must be restored, for there is nothing the enemies can do about it. We have come that the will of the Most High may prevail. Radio Biafra is unorthodox. The way we do things are markedly different from how others do it. We are under divine instruction. We have come that Chukwukika may take control of these very proceedings this evening, for we are nothing without him. O Elohim, Chukwukika unto thee we repose all that we are. Do not allow your children, IPOB, to be put to shame. Do not allow us to be devoured by the hands of the wicked. Do not allow us, O mighty one, to fall prey to those who do not know thee. You will deliver us, not because we are righteous, but because of your mercy. Hear our cry and our supplication. We are not armed. We have not killed anyone. We have not jailed anyone. We have not done anything at all to warrant the level of destruction and carnage being visited upon your children. The same way Israel suffered, so is Biafra suffering today. And if you, Elohim, can deliver Israel, so will you deliver Biafra. That is our hope. That is our anchor of everything that we hold dear as a race and as a people. You brought Biafra that light may come into Africa. You gave us hope because we are in a continent of hopelessness. And by thy grace, Biafra shall be restored. We shall be resurrected. We shall crown our efforts with the glory by the grace of the Most High himself. We are not strong. We do not pretend to be strong. All we do is to submit ourselves to your will, that your will may be done upon our lives. We have lost many people. We have lost so many good people. Their sacrifice will never be forgotten. We shall honor them, and for their sake, Biafra will come. Israel lost people, and today Israel is here as a beacon of hope in a land filled with darkness. We beseech thee, Elohim, because we are wandering all over the world, hoping against every hope that things will turn around for the better. It has never turned around for the better. Instead, it is getting worse. Please do not abandon your children. You have given us a commission, and we must accomplish it in our
loud and clear. My name is Amaz George Chukuma. I reside here in United Kingdom, and I'm here with the Italian ESCO, the continuity of the expose on the menace of the dogs, the so-called dogs, the cabal in Italy. And tonight, this segment is going to go forward to unveil what has happened there. Forget about the shenanigans. Forget about the jamboree they're running around in Padova. Is it Padova? Or this whole thing is a distraction. But I will let the Italians say it with their mouth. Maazogu, please go ahead.
Mazindewo. Good evening, fellow Biafrans. My name is Mazi Romanus Obichuku Kamado Ogro. I reside here in Italy. I serve IPOB as a national coordinator under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
Mazi, go on, please.
Good evening, Biafrans. I am Ephraim Okechukwu Ugu, the National Financial Secretary, IPOB Italy. Day one.
Mazi Ekezie, please.
Good evening, fellow Biafrans and lovers of freedom. My name is My name is Amadeus Chukuma Ekezie, by God's grace, a national treasurer, IPOP in Italy.
Thank you, my brother comrade. Yes, today is another day, and we're going to continue where we stop on the episode 002. Tonight is episode 003 on the menace of the so-called the dogs in Italy. Before we kick off tonight, is there something that happened in Padova tonight? Can I get you guys' perspective before we play some shenanigans and before we go into the main D of tonight's program? Mazio, bro, can you throw a little bit light on what happened in Padova tonight, this afternoon? Because we are aware that we were contributing money, and the money they stole in Italy, what they have done with the money. Remember, we have to play the video of what happened in Finland, because if you look at the people that were in that setting this afternoon, it's the same face that went to Finland. Those they finance, they contribute money. Anywhere they can scavenge money now, they use it for their own, selfish interest. And we are going to look at the memo, how they describe our leader on that memo. Please, go on, please, Maz.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mazu. Thank you very much, Mazu. I don't have much to say about the kangaroo movement they made today in Italy, reside in Padova, where is my city, where I reside as well, and my zone as well. I know everything about what they did today. These people, they are very, very funny. When I look at people that are in that place, they just go and do their own thing, because I call it their own thing. I saw some people, in fact, Mazume is a very disgraceful to the struggle. I cannot explain what I saw today, where they said they are doing the rehearsing. I don't know what they are rehearsing. As you said, they are completely 100% right. That the same people, when they hijack account, the same set of people went to Finland, started boasting their how rich they are. The same people I saw today, there's no difference. They didn't make any difference. And I look around the studio, when some of them, I don't want to mention their name because they are irrelevant to me. They said I did not do anything. But I am looking forward to see what difference they made. The same way I stopped, the same, apart from the frame of house now by them, and because that is what they want. They want to show wings. Apart from the frame and the flag, there's no another thing. Every other thing have been done before now, under my watch. And these people, they have caught more than they will chew. Let us see how it goes. Because IPOB, what we are doing here is a spirit. It's not something somebody will just camouflage. Even them themselves that are camouflage, they know that they know themselves. They don't need to be told whom they are. So Mazi, let me give others a chance to speak, because if we start narrating these people now, it's not something to say here, because let people, because everything is social media. You don't need to be told or start saying this and that, or maybe say something maybe I'm laying allegation on somebody or insulting somebody. They have already insulted themselves. So no need. All I said
now
at the beginning, I will be in this struggle till I see the end of it.
Yeah, thank you very much. Maz Ephraim, is there anything you want to add? We are not going back, but it's very important. I just wanted to hear from you guys that reside in Italy. And this thing concerns you guys before I will make some, comments on things that I have done today before we move on to the meeting we came to do. Please go on.
Thank you very much, man. I think Biafra should see now that we've been disgraced today again. We've been disgraced again. Because what they did today, just I don't know what to call it. It's a bunch of clowns. The money we've been paying for this BTV. So at the end, this is what we do, we offer to Biafrans here in Europe. Now it's online TV, not television. Online TV. I can stay in my room. And run it. Now you say you an online TV after everything we did. These people are just a big disgrace to this struggle. Big disgrace. When I saw this something, I've been pissed. I don't know how to. I find it so difficult to even do something because this is a big disgrace to this struggle. And it's a shame that all these things happening when Oyendo is not around. These people have disgraced the struggle. These people, they are scammers. They are big scammers. Agbaim and his group, they are big. Okay, all the old money we contributed for BTV, at the end, this is what they're giving to us. So you say you want to, this is an online TV, you put somebody there, maybe this guy that does Sabadante, that change napkins for old people. He will be sitting down there to do online TV. I will pay him every month. These people, they are just a big disgrace. I don't have much to, because let Oyendo comes, when he comes out, then we know how to handle them. Because these people, they are just total mess to this struggle. A big mess.
Thank you very much.
Italy account. The account in Italy, hijacking it. Without knowing it, 30,000 euro was sent to an unknown account. At the end, they are not even producing something with all this money. 30,000 euro was sent to an unknown account, these criminals. The 6,000 euro was sent to the other guy, the Padova coordinator, to his personal account. Look at what we just saw today. This thing, I can just take a room from my apartment, just do the same thing and just present it. The whole of Europe, after everything.
Yes, Maz, you're 100% right. It's just like what we are doing here. Well, exactly where you are right now, the studio you are is more effective than what they have done today. Let me just say it in one word. The studio you are in now, talking to the whole world. Yeah, as long as you have internet, you can watch us wherever you are. That was why there was no need for Zoo to say they're going to stop Radio Biafra because it's an internet radio. And television, as it made today, people must understand that podcasts have taken over orthodox television station. All these countries like BBC, they still exist because we are paying them. We pay TV, we pay a TV tax in this country. It's going to BBC. I just want to make this assertion. Now, Maz Ekeze, if there's anything you want to say, because I need to say something before we move on, please.
Thank you, Mazio, man, for giving me this opportunity to say something. I can see it as a laughable. Because what they do that place today at Padova is just to showcase themselves for what to know that they are still existing. Opening BTV and the liaison office in Padova. Everybody that watched that event today know that they just go that place to showcase themselves and let people to know that they can be able to do something. But this, they promise us the time we are financing this BTV, that Onyendu is the person that is going to open this show. Why are they in the hurry to go and open this BTV without Onyendu, without waiting their leader? or giving them approval. They're supposed to wait. If Onyendu, they have approval for Onyendu on what they are doing. Because Onyendu is the one that said that IPOP need to have BTV, television station, Europe, America, and Asia, and all the rest. Their leader is still in detention. They're supposed to wait for Onyendu to inaugurate this thing if they believe that Onyendu is with them or they are with Onyendu. And the majority of those people that are there, they are paying nothing, dying. They just went there to showcase themselves and just to celebrate and eat and drink and go to their various destinations. Nothing to showcase. Calling it liaison office because they borrowed this one from the man in Finland. Liaison office. No more BTV. To tell them that what they did in Finland, they have their own to do, to showcase.
Okay.
So, Maz, upon all the money we spend, if I tell you how much we have spent in this BTV, you can't believe it. You can't believe it.
It's very important that's why I want you guys to.
It's nice online.
Now, this is why you people need to get evidence of the money how we have spent, physical money you guys spend. We need to tell Biafrans exactly how much is it and what it has tantamounted to. Thank you very much. Now,
we have
wait. Let's move forward from it. Yeah, when we're on the program, we'll talk about it. There's something significant. There's something he said. He said, why didn't they wait for our leader? Now, this is the memo they wrote today for this ceremony. I'm going to read a very significant part of it. He says, the inauguration ceremony of IPOB Liaison Office /BTV in Padova, Italy on 18th of November 2023. Welcome address by Maz Austin Aban, the European representative and member of DOS. Now, listen, pay attention here. Onyendu Kano is absent here. Do you understand what that means? Onyendu Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, is absent here. Let me show you what the word absent here means. Because he said something. Why didn't they wait for Onyendu? Because even if they open Orthodox television, there's nothing to offer to the struggle. Because they could have used 100 euro to run that particular studio. It won't cost more than 80 euro to run that studio every month. Because what we are doing here is not different from what they are doing, because they're depending on Jackson, which I'm going to prove tonight. I want Biafrans, I said it yesterday. Now, look at how they describe our leader. He said, if they got authorization from Onyendu, they should wait for our leader. Now, the question is, why do we need liaison office in Italy? Why do we need BTV now? Is it the present thing we need? Onyendu is in DSS. Now, they describe our leader. Absentia, whatever they call it. But now, let's go to I want to prove this particular thing. I want to prove it in dictionary, because there are certain things that will happen. We need to understand how this individual has gone, right? I want to show you something for very obvious reason, because it breaks my heart. These people have taken tolls in Onyendu. Every single one of them have taken toll in our leader. Let me show you the word they use, what that word means in dictionary. So everybody will see. It is not me. I just want us to go through this before we can move forward. Very, very important. Give me a second. I don't even know what's. 1 minute's coming. I don't know what's going on with my. I'm getting a slow system here. I don't know why this is happening now. It's being slow. Okay. I can see it here, but I can't see it in the studio. That's the funny part of it. I can see it, but I can't see it in the studio. I can't see it in the studio. Okay. You can you can see it on our studio, outside the studio, not inside. I don't know why. Okay, now it comes up now. That's the network issue. It will call it absent, yeah. But comprising with absent is absentia they use. Now you say of any expression of manner showing that someone is not paying attention to what it is being said or done. Now, this is how they describe Mazen Namdekan. You know, they describe our leader. This is the description they gave Onyendu. I mean, they didn't even say leader. They said Onyendu. Onyendu, we call Onyendu. Not everybody knows what Onyendu means. But first of all, you have to put the leader. Our leader, Onyendu Mazen Namdekan. What they put there is Onyendu Mazen Namdekan. Mazi Ekezie. This is the reason why when you ask the question, why didn't they? And you can see that the person that came to inaugurate the so-called BTV is Austin Abani with his entourage. The same people, the same clique, the same cabal, but our leader now is absent. That is how they describe Mazen and can tell you all you need to know. I want anybody that are watching to go and do the math by themselves. Onyendu is being described as being absent. Absent. How they describe Onyendu in official memo they write with IPOD. On the day they opened so-called BTV. That was Onyendu's vision. And all the money that we pumped into it, this is what they told our leaders. This is how they describe Mazen Namdekan. Okay, before we go forward, now, I want to say something. Let's see. I want to show you, do you guys know where this place is? But I want to prove something here. Let's see. Let's see, because this is an apartment. It's an apartment, isn't it? Mazifem is an apartment, right?
Yes.
So because I had someone speaking on the background when this bloated idiot, Isaiah Oba and one second. Okay.
Biafra Alpha Power Media International.
So this is our
I don't know why. This is a network issue. I don't know why.
national. How about Allah maybe don't do so everybody has to go down. No.
Mazume, the lady you are hearing her voice is China Samori's sister.
Yeah, I know. It's going to come up because I tagged her, but I don't know why this video is doing this. I think it's network. My network is messing around a bit. You know, it's breaking. I don't know why it's breaking. I don't know. Okay, now look at you guys know. Look at the BTV. This is BTV. Chai, I don't suffer, man. Well, look at this is the BTV. This is the BTV they're talking about. You know, this is the room. This is quite it's laughable. In this 21st century, this is what they're showcasing. That I don't understand what is exactly the world want to achieve with this. That they wasted so much effort and resources for our people, and peddling this lie that they're doing something. And what marvels me is that I don't know why this video is not coming up. Every time it has to do this.
But sorry to cut you short. You know that our leader has a test. And if our leader approves this thing, You can't see, you can never see this studio built like this.
No,
you can't.
No.
Our leader must view it first and
Please
give
go
approval.
live now because they are going to cut the thing.
Why are they in a haste to showcase this rubbish? Because the money they have collected for long, they can't lie to the people any longer.
Wait. Mazekeze, wait, because this is the picture of Nzurumike Austin Ab. I don't suffer. Hi. Oh God.
They want to be noticed.
This video is pissing me off, man. I don't know why this is happening.
And we are very, very happy what we have seen here. It's a how.
Quem tem o quadro of press release?
Did you hear her? That this is, I think that I don't know. Jesus Christ, man. And that's China Sanwo-Olu's sister. And so Mazi, that's something I needed you guys to clarify, but I will come back because of this China Sanwo-Olu's sister. Just you guys need to remind me to clarify something about China Sanwo-Olu's sister before we start into the tonight. There's something that concerns me here. I wanted this video to play. Upon all this they did, they depend on Jackson, on Rapture Media to go live. The opening BTV, but the person they want to go live is Jackson. They want him to go live. Jackson, our Rapture Media is not for IPOB. The money the guy makes goes into his personal pocket. So why are they dependent on somebody's personal enterprise? And they say they're unveiling BTV. Isn't it laughable? I want to get to that chunk, but I don't know why the video is not really. Every time I come to this video is giving me issue. There's something not okay with the system. I don't know. And I just need to remove this video because it's not working. I don't know why it's not working. I'm trying to share something. I think it's the network. I'm having issue with the network here. And I pray that the video of the audio we want to use tonight is going to play. We don't have issues. Now, before we go into there is a place that I wanted us to see where they were struggling, and I think it's here, where they were struggling to Jackson to go live because they depend on Jackson. Without Jackson going live, they don't know what they are doing. So that is where I wanted us to see before we move forward. Sorry, tonight there's a bit of network issues here. The system is quite slow. It is not my doing. Everything was fine before now, but we're having this problem now is what it is, especially technical issue. So the guy was struggling. They said the guy was struggling to go live. That was why they stuck on that door. And you can see that this is an apartment. People were outside. The bus are passing through. But my question is this. Why do you depend on somebody and you are fronting a TV station and you still depend on individual? That is where that happened. Okay, so comrades, there's something I need us to clarify, please. Maz Ogro, the last program we did, all of us referred China Sanwo-Olu's sister as the mother. And that particular comment might confuse some people who does not understand what we're talking about. So I would like you guys to clarify, you know what I mean? Because to make sure that people knew that China Sanwo-Olu does not live in Italy. And you guys will tell us why you guys had the mother, please, before we move forward.
Mazuma, please, there is something I want to say about this Jackson before we go back, start the issue of that Chinasa. Can you allow me to say something?
Go on, before we clarify that, go on.
You know this Jackson you are talking about. This Jackson, the first time, National can tell you, they narrate the story well. The first time this guy joined the struggle, he was pleading to our National to allow him to start printing T-shirt, selling it in order to make money. In order to make money. But National told the guy, no, it's not the way. Anything we are going to print, it must be in accordance with IPOP Italy National. And we are going to distribute it, we are going to sell it. The guy is looking any possible means to make money from IPOP. Even the day we are shocked is the day this guy told us that now Rapture Media is no longer Rapture Media is now is no longer private issue, is now IPOP Rapture. We asked him why. And this former and this gang know that this is a private individual this thing and is being monetized. The guy begged us to everybody should subscribe to follow him in order to make money, because we did it in order to help him so that can be able to get something. You know, there is problem in this our co-star brother. It's not to something to criticize them or something like that. Majority of them in this our struggle, they are out to help. They are out for us to help them, not to contribute, but what they will benefit. You see?
No problem, Mazi. I want you guys to clarify. It's okay. We already know what Jackson. Like I said, we're not blaming Jackson. We're blaming those that is managing our media because they're in cahoots together. They are sharing the money together. It is not only him, because when they allow him to access, even when Onyendu was here, they were streaming Onyendu through Rapture Media. Though our leader don't understand how all these things work, I will tell you categorically that Onyendu didn't understand the concept of that Rapture Media. Because if Onyendu, you're aware that the guy was making money through Rapture Media, Onyendu won't allow it. But he didn't need. I can categorically say it because the money is not going to IPO. You guys live in Italy. If it was going, we will know. So now, just can you, Mazi Ogro, can you just clarify? Because we've already done 1 hour here. We're going to have the next 1 hour to deal with the issue that we'll come to do. Can you clarify about this China Sanworu's sister, Chidimma Nworu, the one we are looking at the picture on the screen here? Because you guys were referring her the last time as the mother. So can we clarify before we move forward, please? Unmute yourself, Mazi.
Mazindewo, thank you very much for that question, for that clarification. You know, the reason why, not that we don't know that she's a sister of China Sanworu, but the reason why I called her mother of China Sanworu is this. If you can remember when, in those days, when we are in the village, maybe you came out to where somebody, you and your mother exchanging boxing, you will not even ask, you will go and first and rescue your mother first, you know. But if your sister is fighting, you will come and separate, say, what is wrong? What's happening? What is happening? So the way Chinasa rushed me, that's why I named her. He came to defend her mother because he came in wrongly. And he himself understood it. Everybody watched the nature of that intervention is absolutely wrong. Very, very wrong. So she is a sister to him. That is the clarification I can give there.
Okay, that's very just for the avoidance of those that don't know, that probably we watched the previous broadcast. He had the references of China Sanwo mother. China Sanwo mother does not live in Italy. I think she's still in Biafra land, but that's her sister. And that picture you've seen here on the screen.
No.
Yeah, so, yeah. I think, is there anything you guys want to add, or should we go? Because you have given the reason why. Because 3 of you are calling her his mother. It is only Ephraim that are giving her, I think he calls her Wish. So I don't know which one it is. So, but, you guys have had an encounter.
Yeah, because if you watch the body language of a Chinasa, you will know.
Mazume, what I can say in this issue is that Organa Brown one need different. Understand? So when you come, when something happened to your mother, the way you react, and when something happened to your sister, the way you react is different. Understand me? So that is why we are calling the lady Chinasa good mother. Because there is a different the way you react when something happened to your mother and when something happened to your sister. Understand?
Yeah, no.
So that is why we are calling her Chinasa good mother. There.
Yeah, thank you. Anyway, for those, like I said, we just, for clarity's sake, just to keep everybody in the loop. Now, I just want to put her picture. You know, today is in the so-called the shenanigan they went through in Padova today. She's there. This is her picture, right? Yeah?
Yes.
That's her picture.
Yes.
Because, like I said, we're having some technical issue. But this is the picture of the lady. This is China Sanworu's sister, Chidimma Nworu, and she's the one they made rehearsing officer. Now, that office will be where they will be sleeping, because you know that our office in Germany, Nzumi made it his home, and where I was parking the property is sending to his sister in the zoo. Now they went to open another, paying 670 euro every month, but paying rent for them, because that's where she will be living, or they know what they're doing there, but that's a story for another day. Anyway,
Mazume, let me interject here. You know, this lady, during the time of before this BTV was launched, this lady was accusing our national is preventing her not to take position in this BTV. That anything that happened to our national is from this lady, is the brain behind everything, and she's the one that started this attack.
We have the audio.
That is because the whole attack, even that day they came to our meeting, I told Maze Ella Chike Dozem that you people are the one that give this lady impetus to insult and do whatever she like in Italy, and can be able to get away with it. So they know that Maazogro is a problem to them in this Italy. That is why they have found all possible way to kick him out. There is no way. They say she forged signature. He forged signature. Instead of telling the world that they are seeking the Italian account and the relief account, and Maazogro refused them. Then they said he forged signature. That's why they write memo on behalf of Maazogro. So can go on.
Yeah, thank you. So, okay, fellow comrade, now we go to this is the second audio. The conversation between the threat. This is something that has never happened in IPOB. Even our leader, Mazen Namdekane, don't just jump into issues. That is only Mazen Namdekane have the power, to interject. Now it's designated to Chike Doziem to get involved on issues that is happening in another country. China Sanwo-Olu is common Middle East rep. That is his position. For those who does not listen to the first segment on 002, you can go into our Facebook page. Is there. So 003. Now, let's listen to the second batch. And this conversation, I think, is between China Sanwo-Olu directly. Aban is not on this Troy. Aban is not on this tape, was it? No, Mazogro.
Yeah, Aban left. Even in that 001 episode 001, Aban left before we ended it.
No, 002, because that's where we played the tape on 002.
Yeah, 002. Yeah, before, yeah.
It was played in 002. 001 was that was the initiative of the whole program. So let's go and listen to this now, and we do just.
Yeah.
Biafra Alpha Power Media International.
During the 6 months suspension, because as long as I know, him will that is only request always document na and tally na mbiko me kwa maze dossier mo ma ana me kwa maze agbanyi we mana maze agbanyi na ọrụ dịka otu amụ na gị kpọrọ ya na ihe ọ na-arụ ọrụ for this issue can come in the morning and I will speak to maze dossier immediately see abiko me line later na ndị tally maybe not in connection maybe because na my sister and who were there later niile unu na-enye na tally eche m ọmụnwa na-eweta ma mgbe onye ndu nọ ya ọmụ na-eweta that letter hand you over unu need email translation or anything so achọrọ m ịma because of this particular one letter because na mgbe e requestere ya from me as na need ga-eme ya address no nwere ebe a ga-enye ya which is plain.
Now, this is China Sanwo-Olu, the faceless animal. Is a whole national coordinator of Italy, which is Mazogo on the screen, with his team questioning him about what transpires in Italy because he consigns her sister, Chidimma. This has never had an IPOB. This on his own is nepotism. Questioning, even this is not under your jurisdiction, but Austin Alban entertaining it because that is why today you couldn't see Chikedozem in Padova because Chikedozem know that everything they are doing is illegal. And that setting is not IPOB setting. Everybody knows that. But I just want to tell you that is questioning him about just like when they suspend people, who is questioning those people that have been suspended by their superior. Like Chikedozem was writing memos left, right, and center. He didn't answer able to anybody. But he's questioning you why you suspended her sister while he doesn't live in Europe. I want people to understand this.
But as long as always without your knowledge, or they are deserve 6 months suspension, or no when another thing be attached to it.
Somewhere before Obidozri Kambido Kwanishiko Kwari again. From Kamebido Nishim Bemataronya Chidema, from Iranya Kamebido. No, because of Kamwe can go to
suspension.
Yes, yes.
Okay, no problem. Is it able an IPOB officer under oath? Under oath. I don't want to get some. Anything.
For God's sake, Biafrans, China Sanwo-Olu, I don't know, like we have so many pictures of this guy, but what we are saying here is this.
He can't go without a cannon.
Is this IPOB? This guy called a whole national coordinator of Italy, threatening him in the first audio. Now it continues. This audio is 30-something minutes. His sister is jobless because if he has a job doing, he will spend 1 hour because this is where they want to make their ends meet. Now he's bringing Canon Takan into this conversation again. I want you to listen, please.
No, when Can you?
mmeji maka this struggle mas na muna mada reku na kanunta enyebere moda kanunta asingi na kanunta enyebere moda and he is not intent to do that inye moda yememe why na no to do us oburo kanunta awuro
mas echere achole ga independent yesim na kanunta enyebere moda kwani tisi ge ibo nyashi achole bibi ikube yes ibo nyashi because there were certain things mas leadership.
I'm
coming. I'm again kroge. But who I would have here? Mas I'm not leadership. What is the name of all them in IPO? I never idea. Manolo. I know with ya. Only Obola. What on Yana na Helele? My Chile Donia. Obola guy between Obama can only do. We know all of the people in Europe. Obola to autopilot to the Suika. Obola only do another.
Fellow comrade, I think you're listening.
And I know,
what he's saying, our leader, listen. When we told you about who sold Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, China Sanwo-Olu is conversation with a principal servant. If he can say this to Ogo, what has China Sanwo-Olu said to people concerning Mazen Nnamdi Kanu? If China Sanwo-Olu can talk to a sitting national coordinator, talk down on Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, the supreme leader of indigenous people. You see, this life we are in, like I said, every single thing that these people have done, just like what they did in Italy today, shows you how disdain they have on our leader. That if Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was listening, that everything that happened to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is the cause of his problem. Continue.
Problem. I map it up. See, this guy, the information on class. Nobody take it serious. Today, onye do not even. Onye do no name. Onye bola le cha. Onye kroganelu. Onye kroganala. Mandi ni manu. Ono no chaya. Ono bocha coordinator. Ono no chadia. They did only do for 8 days. Instead, he had an lot of people who will take over the leadership of IPO. None of you say something.
Is exactly what he was doing. He's talking to you. As because you never know that this conversation will come out. You don't know what they have told other people. He didn't know that this conversation will one day come out. That they were lobbying. If Kanu won leadership, he could have been open. Which he suggested to Kanu Takanu. That is why Kanu Takanu needs to speak over this. Because I think his time is due for him to clarify something. Because you cannot sit down, people will be talking over you. Kanu Takanu, I know that this guy suggested Kanu to become the next leader. Kanu Takanu shunned him. But you can see the way he talked down on our leader and what he's telling you is different. And this is how they have gone. The person that is talking about is Simon Ekpa. He told Onyendu that it is what he saw. But you people were the people that gave Onyendu his name as one of the people that are doing well on social media. People listed his name and gave. I already mentioned the name on Radio Biafra. It was you guys, not Onyendu. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu cannot do everything. He designated, duties to every individual and go and carry and do your. If you're not doing it well, then you need to vanquish that position. It's very, very imperative that we understand that and make that distinction. But as you can see, that everything that he do is telling you if they are talking like this to people, what do they do when they are in their circles talking about our leader? That's what you need to know.
Many things now, the better. Even as him no, my brother, I want him to everybody. I so I need people. What I mean, deal with people. Only down on this strong. But the ability is very critical. The decision nobody can take in life. in a taking life. I'm my sister, you will right to matter anything the moon, the number will not money wearing. Because because of what? But watching. I don't know what is happening. Mazi, the canon tapara, now you put those she won't check and when they walk up. I can nature. They check on the because more brother have proof to those things. Why would I have more than a more?
Then one bouncy. Look at the wretched animal. Look at what he's saying. He's waiting for Nyendu. Look at it. I don't even know what to describe this guy. But anyway, let's go.
Especially when I get in a very old like this, I don't have fight this struggle. I know everybody. Move forward. Mandela retrieve for last step. Some of you, Mandela Europe, who following the can promote autopilot, who following they promote Carlos, not no one in the canon. But when I jump to some of you, you hear of family cost. I tell you, this is a family business. Okay, for you on Facebook. Did you see it?
More family business and let me
because no, but it can the same thing now. It can the same thing. It can the same thing. How about the same thing now? It can now stop getting the wrong information. Stop wrong information from your sister. No, I wouldn't forget because without your sister, they cannot get you now. No. Let me tell you, man, there's no other country problem that's where the man. My sister, born in Italy. I did Italy a couple of times.
Mazume, can I say something here before you forget?
Go on.
Mazume.
Go on, Mazi.
Did you hear what he just said now? No,
I had him.
Even other countries. But it's the same. Somebody said, ask Abaimo, did I intervene in any country? Abaimo respond like a baby of 2 months. No. Did you have it now?
No, but the thing is, Mazi, he has forgotten what he told Albani in previous conversation. As he asked us Albani, because I'm gonna go back again and cut all these voices. We are playing it now, but I'm going to edit them on a specific note and merge it together. Now he's saying that even other countries that they do go into other countries, but that he asked us Albani, have I ever intervened in anywhere in Europe? He said no. This is how dishonest and miserable these men are. This is how dishonest and miserable. These are common criminals, thieves. Very, 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 very uncultured people. He's talking. He's talking about his sister. Austin Alban is a nitwit. Do you see him today? All these are hungry, wretched individuals. These are miserable, hopeless individuals.
Italy twice. And then I'm Europe many times. I have my contacts there. So, because and as I'm telling you, she's gone for IPOB, she's gone for good. I know my people. That
in the presence of Mazagbaimo, your sister, Sema Chidima, say, now I know jealousy or also something monaria, or 130 something connectors, including European rep, or Goya, and Omabana Bapankiti, on Organo, the same person. Nasimo Suko, any Oscos, Naso, committee, actually, to get my child. Committee, he said, now, because I love it in Yoshi. Ndiyoshi, honorable local art, and that naked because I'm not making Apocram and but she said, Obido, character may change day in the boy as here. Don't let me art, and then they could have my sister suspension because of this letter, or even you have right. Because I know what they say in the back. You understanding me? Somebody to say they suspend my sister no way for now. Suspend how?
That's something, someone listening to this, you ask yourself question. Fundamental question is, why is Chinasa Nworu so traumatized about his sister being suspended on gross insubordination? If IPOB is a volunteer force, as I am today, that everything I have done in IPOB is to devote my time, my resource, and everything that I own in life, why is he so traumatized if they're not getting anything from IPOB? Because IPOB is what he does as a living. He has his contact, he can get into any country and cause mayhem there. But it's very important that people are listening. He's the one shouting. He's constantly mentioning Kanu Takano as if he's competing with Mazin. Nobody voted you in IPOB. You are nobody. As long as we live, nobody knows you, and there's nothing you have done in IPOB better than any other person have done. There's some people that have done things in IPOB you don't even aware of it. Being an opportunist and what you're demonstrating here shows that what you're accusing Kanu Takano is what you want to do. That is the position you've been looking for. And that's what happened today in Italy. You are in Kuwait or in Cotonou or Lome, wherever you are. You couldn't even show your face in the so-called BTV and its television station. But here you are almost trying to commit suicide over your sister subordination. Let's go. At the end of the day, I think everybody's listening, because we're not going to finish this audio. We're going to go another 5 minutes or 6 minutes or so. Then I will allow you guys to chip in, in the studio, because this is about 30 minutes audio. Or we're gonna go into another 6 minutes, if I'm not mistaken.
They suspend my sister. It's not because of letter. Because they gave many. Oh my God, I'm going to they suspend them because of letter. Then it's no way character in your source. Yes. Suspension now was a warrant for 6 months.
HOD because of it's her sister. Other people that have been suspended, how many people have you called HOD and asked? You see, this is the reason why. There is no way people like this mindset will ever do anything that will profitable to anybody in this struggle. They are not here for restore Biafra, because the Biafra we are trying to restore. Imagine if it is these people we are, but nobody will ever listen. To be honest with you, if only have this mindset that these people have, that won't be IPOB. Kanu Takano was in this country with our leader. Some of you don't know this. Kanu Takano was living in UK before he moved to Germany. When Radio Biafra was established, Kanu Takano was in this country. When Onyendu went bankruptcy, Kanon Takano was here, walking, supporting our leader. Nobody, even himself was part of Radio Biafra because his voice and Onyendu voice is the same. Sometimes he's speaking already, you didn't even know it's Kanon Takano speaking because you think it's Onyendu. The first time we heard Kanon Takano, we thought it was our leader speaking. When Onyendu had issue. But imagine if there were the people that were in position of our leader had those grace that Onyendu had. But you know one thing, they will never get there because there's no way a man with this kind of mindset will ever emerge to do anything. What they can do is to destroy. Look how he's talking about over something that has got nothing to do with you. He don't even interfere in this issue. No. Is that how we're going to run Biafra? Of course not.
Because of Buganada, the man of Buganada was suspended, and the money can you only wedding they can but somebody engineered because no one taking us. Somebody on how they good because it is a Ghana. You don't know. Imagine, I can buy something. In my problem, I am with a Biafra land today. You know, someone here. In my account, which is on you. Amaram. One age, upon one age, upon one age, upon one age, upon one that's in the same day, they send you. Oh, when I did, I'm waiting on you. Talon went on a massive campaign on ground. It's not a chicken to see recorded yes, 750,000. I'm coming. It's a idea. Talon Daga, all the commanders on ground don't want to contact. Well, we have to request money for economy. Yeah, for Havana, I join him because he wants to take over. Now, I told him. You should forget about Chinas and Chica and able $750,000.
But the truth about the matter is this. You know, anything that is fact is there. He's confessing what they did. They actually took 747,000. It's a record. It's not Kanon Takano. It is not Kanon Takano that said. Everything is pointing finger on Kanon Takano. But that you can see where the problem is coming from. He just admitted that they stole $750,000 US, which of course they were part of it. I have the document on that. I can upload it here and show you people the document that contain the money he's talking about, our former ESN in account in America. What Asonyendu was with addition. AGO4 gave them the power of attorney to go and close that account. Madam Oyibo closed the account. The money was shared among them. It is not Kanon Takano. That was the Latina McPeters, which is our former IPOB National Financial Secretary in America, did an extensive report that is very visible. He sat on it. So he's not confirming that what actually we said in that I made a program that document was out with Madam Oyibo's voice. Is if you go to Alpha Power Media, we can repost it again. It's there. But now he has commented about that money. He's pointing finger on Kanon Takano. But the truth is that they stole 747,000, created Umweli account, falsified. He has not told you how much they collected from Umweli account. These men are evil. This people. You know, these people, yeah, I don't know how to classify them. I don't know. But let's listen.
There is an uproar in the camp. Some threatened my family.
Now, he said some threatening his family. That's why his family lives in Barak. You know, you see, everything all the program we have done, now, this is a secret. He having a conversation with you. His family back home, we are in Barak. That's why this guy murdered Mende with his man. Because Akpara Mende was either state coordinator. The guy knew a lot. You see, truth you see, fact is something that you don't run away from. Now he's confirming all those things we have done. They kept quiet that they don't know what we are talking about, but he just confirming that they were threatening. Most of the command that wasn't Canon Takani because of what he was doing. China Samonu was warning back on killing people. Even Ikonso, China Samonu was involved in Ikonso's death. We don't want to go into it because he has to attack Ikonso's younger brother, threatening his life. He did it openly in Radio Biafra. Call the guy's name. He started with Ikonso. We do all these things. Just like as we're talking today, we will bring all this audio when the time is right. We don't want to, but now he's confirming every single thing we have said in the past. You think he can run away from it? He was threatening his family, then he moved his family into a barrack in the zoo. I want him to continue talking because I'm targeting here because there's some vital information where I have to speak over before you guys will have your time, please.
Because we have an intention to destroy what we are doing. It is never part of ESN. Or with any day, ESN any that form. Talonta is not part of ESN command. But only in the lawyer. Talonta, but uno joy on a group in the ocean of money. Honey, in the butcher. Ocean is only an email with a
imagine this is what he's telling me as a coordinator. This is his issue with his brother, issue with his sister, but his focus is not talking to Canon Takani. No, this is about Onyendu. It's comparison that he's making. Canon Takani is not involved in forming ESN. No one asked that question, and that was not the question. That was not the conversation you guys are having. He called for his sister. He's the one mandating you what to do to find out, but now he's talking about talks of what. This is why they confess when they don't know. That talks too much because he has got nothing to offer. Was he part of those that are from ESN? The answer is no. He's talking about feeding. Your job is the job they designated you to do was to pass. Logistics, that was it. Food, that's why we are jotting cows. Any other person that Onyendu have as his emissary, you don't know what they were doing.
Okay. Ihe niile na-akọ na ewere nke mụ abịa ka eze ebe m nọzi m ya na-aba na-akpasi ka eze ebe m na-abụ na-akpasi.
All of you, ịma ihe Talonta, ịma otu ọ na-esi akpuchi nke dozi m n'ọnụ, ịma otu o si akpuchi na Samoro n'ọnụ, mana America, ihe ikpe na-ekwu ya bụ is still roaming around, and we know, maazị, ka m gwa gị ihe dị ka ịma gị na-ekwu nke gị, but na nwe m nwa ji nwee nsuchi ebido kwere the states. I don't know you. I'm going to chat. I think I need to look one time. But all the time, that is when I have my question mark. Question mark, because they request from you. Someone can hear me. I can see put no question mark on you. Okay. Because no game of that 1 million naira to complete a good new worker. Only to see you people one on the make sure no worker need. You are going to that 1 million. And over the same account, that paper here, over the same account, paper, I don't know this account.
Yeah, but yeah.
Hey, where you pick up the main campaign? What is the job for?
You see, that's where God works. But they went and printed IPOB worldwide statement of account and gave it a client to do program with it. Can you imagine? They printed the account that our leader is using. I was in DSS Dungeon. That's the evidence they're giving to the so-called DSS. They printed that and put it on social media, where money has been transferred to and what the money was used for. Somebody don't understand what people have done. But his views is because of they were sending money on known account. Because if you guys send money, you don't have to disclose where you send the money. Do you see? The message goes to Onyendu. Who take that message to him? You cannot go to Onyendu. The message might be whoever that was going, that person that went to see our leader. Jesus Christ of Nazareth, man. I don't even know what to say about it. It's good. Let's listen.
Attend a very heavy metal campaign against Chike Dosem and me. They couldn't get to the young worker. Did I come to ask you that? Normal. I didn't say I am at the fault. We go ahead. But you have people. Many people not there. I will not work with my sister. I'm going to go to Ghana because I know her. I on several occasions. Even some of them, I don't want to put my sister on several occasions. Saying, because this thing it is open, it is transparent. I'll not get a personal.
It's depressing listening to this guy because I don't mean personal. You're not doing it personal, but you are calling a national coordinator over issue that concerns yourself. That's personal. Does it mean they don't understand English language or you don't know what he's saying? It's very important. Everything that he said, he will go back and contradict himself. There's something that guy is on, but it's good. I testify. Now, it's telling you indirectly. Because when they found out that now you cannot aid and abet with them, that's why every single person that have stood against them, they wrote memo against them. That was why the memo came to you like it came to me, right? But the memo is irrelevant because Chikerezen has no power to write any memo, which of course all of them, they knew it. But they're pointing finger on Canon Takano. Canon Takano have got no time of this clown, to be honest with you.
Because tomorrow, I don't like them only solve one problem I solve for that. I don't talk a man they are talking to me. I don't talk a man who come today. I got a million tomorrow on one age. But in them now, you know, they careful na decision on their day. When you are not in power, power, it's very critical na decision in their take. But very important.
Don't forget that this is a threat, but the same thing he's saying is actually what he's doing, because he told you that he can go to any country. They are the people that has gone into different countries and found out what is happening there and removing people from referral center because they want to build their own cabal, just like what he's seeing today. This is what they start. When they started these things, we were just watching them, but when we push back, they understood, because they will come to you and try to buy you in. If you didn't dance into their tune, then they will go back and say, you know what, just write memo. Chikerezen has the power. Chikerezen know he abused his position. That's why he doesn't hear him say anything. He don't go to the public. He couldn't go to Padova, but he went to Tanzania. He knew he abused whatever privilege he has, and it's irrelevant till tomorrow morning. That's why they're hiding him.
Because your sister got extra mile. Come now, we don't go cheap everything.
My sister got extra mile. Actually, give me extra mile of mother man.
Yes. Everything. Joy, I see. Coordinators. Meeting with us or say I need jealous man.
Those statements are wrong. Those statements.
The truth about it is that the statement is not wrong, because that's why you're talking to Mr. That's why you're talking. That's why you're threatening Ogo. The statement is not wrong. That is why the man called you. He's not our. He's not the head of the United of State. He's not the CRC. That is why he called you. He bypassed every protocol, call you and questioning you and threatening you on top of it. So what is he talking about?
say na ma reku na the meeting but just come na listen face so loka yana bukara nyere naka aneba mu chidi ma log out si na nwoke kwere ya gbo kedu nwoke na ke na adro ngwa na do so forward in everything anom na egi akoro ma akoro mu na egi but I cannot speak of course say mu in that ma ba to say be na ro je kwa say chidi ma na he log out who will tell me what happened in that meeting see, don't threaten me. Or possibly we can go the same thing because before me, go and ask them, before me, take action. I'm not going to answer what they work there. And then never know my children come out, come now, they send to a test. Many of them. They calculate my information as is money. Okay, don't say it. Or bring me feed the Lord. Okay, fine and go. Let it be. But I traumated them. I will 100 and something contracts. I will IPO. When they wanted that say. Because now I'm going to see.
Maz, this guy is on something. You talk about people over 100 and something country. He doesn't get involved. But he just told you go to countries. A couple minutes ago, the man just said he go to countries. Is this guy okay?
Can you see that? Can you see that?
Anyway, let me see. We are in 17 minutes, so I think I'm going to stop the audio here. Maz Ogro, you know that the conversation is between you, which I've commented over. I would like your colleagues to say something before I will come back to you. Maz Ephraim, as we have listened to this 16 minutes audio, you had him and what the guy is saying, which I've been talking over it. You know, like you guys that are listening supposed to be dotting something you want to comment on. That's how it is when we're doing such thing, because it's extensive, because it's an audio. Because when you hear the voice, maybe you will collect. That's why myself as a moderator, I'm talking over it. But you guys that are listening with me supposed to be knowing the key point you want to speak upon. I'll give you 5 minutes. If it's not enough, just go ahead and give your own perspective, please.
Thank you very much, Mazu, man.
There we go.
You see, this Chinan Sanworo, the guy is a bastard. He's not just a stupid idiot. He's an idiot to start with. Because this guy, right from the very first time Oyendu was renditioned, I hated this guy. Most people that knew me wrote in his page, and then when they talk about it, I hate him. Because I saw that this is a demonic, this guy is a demon. Now he's coming to fight over his sister that was suspended. Whereas this same guy called names of men on ground, called their name on radio. Most of them, probably they are dead now. Many of them, it's not one, it's not two. Many men, he come on radio and call their names, and they'll be attacked by the Nigerian military, and they'll be killed. And he's coming here now to fight for his sister. He came to fight for his sister. Now, he made mention of 747,000 that has nothing to do with Kanonta. That account, that very account, it was even Kanonta that saved us from that account. Because when things were going wrong on that, Kanonta was shouting. Kanonta was coming out to say something, to say this thing is not good. It was Kanonta that saved us. Because more than that amount, maybe we would have even deposited more money than that $747,000 that they stole, which they know how they share the money. Today, nobody's talking about that because they know what they did. So, Mazi, this guy is just listening to him. You know, one thing that made me to stop listening to Radio Biafra then was because of him. I hate listening to his voice. I hate hearing his voice. Most time people will come out and be shouting. There are people that don't listen to Radio Biafra. But this guy, once he's on radio, I don't listen to it. There was a day he was on air, talking on air. That day I caught somebody, and this person was like, "Hey, you don't know Mazi's on air, and you are calling me." The thing, because I don't even have interest, not common interest to listen to him. I don't listen to him for anything, even it's on radio, right from time. Because I know this guy. Everything he's saying, threatening people, is what he has done already. He has been doing it. He has been doing all these things. Everything you want to say something, Kanu. You want your own enemy to become people's enemy. If you don't like that person, the other people should not like the person. If this is how Oyendo has been doing this struggle, then I don't think we would have got to this position. And one thing I want to say is that this kind of people, if they continue to be in this struggle, if they should continue to be with us in this struggle, they are not going to. They are just wasting our time.
No, it's true. I agree. I totally agree with you.
Yeah, we just wasting
100%.
This kind of people should continue this struggle with us. We are just wasting our time. So I
No,
don't.
but these people have gone, you know, Maz, they are not with us. They are not. At least you can see what happened in Padova today. That's not IPOB. You see, the species of people you saw in Padova today is the same people we saw in Finland. There's one woman I saw, one lady used to be in my zone. These are people that are going with emotion. They're all from the same place. So these are people like gathering. Like this is a village meeting because they're Biafra in Biafra community. So that is why you see the scribe Maz Nankan is absentee. Onyendu is absent because Onyendu is not there. He failed to appear. But they didn't mention Chike Doziem, but Onyendu was given absent as a title. That's what they gave Maz Nankan not appearing in the shenanigans they did in Padova today. So I totally agree with you.
These people that went to Finland, that were still in the Padova today, these people that gathered themselves, they went to Finland because going to Finland was the money they stole from Italy. When they hijacked their account, they got money to buy flight ticket for idiots to go.
How many people? Yeah.
Now these same people, even the Stimiliano coordinator called KK Ugo, this guy, when Opus Odema was coming to Italy here, this guy, he organized a phone call. It was organized. I heard about it. I just kept quiet. Those things were organized. Say that we don't have right to challenge any politician coming here on all those things. They were all organized. So you don't have right to challenge any politician coming here, but you have right to go to Finland to look for Simon Epa. You have that right to go to another nation to get some, but you don't have right when Opus Odema was coming here, you organized a phone call with whoever, because I know it. When they told me about it, that this is true, I know it was organized just to fake everything. Because these people, they are working with Opus Odema and the rest of them. They have been working with them.
Yeah.
So
just like you said, the letter
they are doing.
The letter that they gave to Chida Samoro's sister, Chidimma Moro, people didn't know what the content is because she's not qualified to deliver any letter to anybody in Italy without the authorization of the national coordinator. She didn't have money to go to protest because they don't want to show their faces there because they are part of the whole problem. That's the fact of life. Chike Doziem and China Saworu, all these people are Opus Odema's alibi. They are his boys. They are under his payroll. You can see how China Saworu is talking about our leader. Our leader wasn't listening. You know, Maz, just finish up. I can go to Maz Ekezie.
So Maz, I'm done because these people, most especially China Saworu, the guy is a bastard, and everybody that comes from that family, I don't think maybe they are still the same people. So the family, the parents are there. They are just childless. That's what I want to. Thank you.
Thank you, Maz. Go over to Maz Ekezie, and there was Maz.
And there was Maz. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. You know, one thing I want to say about this conversation is that one, for you to know the evil these people, the crime they have committed, both Abanyam and China Samoru. Before Mazi Ogoro gave this lady, China Samoru, sister, suspension, Mazi Ogoro asked Abanyam, what this lady did, is it good or wrong? And Abanyam said, he is not aware of that letter Because if any letter is coming, it must come through him, European rep, before going to national coordinator. That he will look into it. Now, when Chinasa come to attack our national coordinator, Abanyim is still in that conversation. He didn't say anything. And the Abanyim is supposed to question Chinasa, what her sister did, is it good? For giving letter without the notice of national coordinator and without himself, European rep. He didn't ask that question.
No, but Mazi, I'm not cutting you off. You must understand that what happened in Padova today have told you who is in charge. Apani and the rest of them, Zumike and Isaiah Oba, he just said it in the conversation that he goes every country. Who is controlling this man now is China Sanworu. Because he's threatening every single one of them now. He's threatening every single one of them that if they speak, they're gonna. He's threatening every single one of them now that under the China Sanworu is holding them under ransom. That is why the allegiance now go to Padova, where his sister now, they gave her office, paying for her where she can be having numerous men come and, dealt with her. I think he married a white woman, a white Italian, if I'm not mistaken. It's very obvious. Chikerezem was not mentioned. Chikerezem is head of that of state. He lives in Europe. He's from Europe. He's not part of the BTV if it existed. So just contribute to what you're saying. Ina Sanworu is in charge. That's why Abane has no power.
Then in that conversation, because if you can understand what happened, transpired that place, Abanyim is the European rep. He's supposed to tell Chinasa that Mazogro have told me what your sister did, and I'm on it or I'm not on it. You shouldn't intervene. Look at what happened. And Abanyim told our national coordinator, Mazogro, that he is not aware of that letter. And in our meeting, we asked this lady, how do you got this letter? Abanyim is aware of where we are going. And Abanyim didn't give us any letter to submit that place. Because if they want to give us a letter, they're supposed to call national coordinator and give him a letter to give that place. And the same lady in that meeting told us that she will not go because she don't have transport money. And our national asked her, why mentioning this thing in our forum? We are making other people to have biased mind, to say that they are not going. But later, she came to that rally with a letter and without informing our national what happened. And she submitted that letter without us knowing the context of the letter up till now. And when our national got angry and called Abanyim, look at what happened. Abanyim denied that he don't know a way. He's not aware of that letter. And when we asked Chidemma, where did you get this letter? How do you get this letter? She told us that she called inquiry line of DOS to get this letter. She didn't tell us that his brother is the one that prepared that letter. Then what did she tell her his brother? That what we are going for, and what we require letter to submit that place. While Abanyim, the European rep, we informed where we are going, didn't give us any letter. Then letter come from China Sanworu to her sister to go and submit without our national. Then even the meeting we held with Chikedozem and Abanyim, I asked them in that this Chidemma, is she a national coordinator? Why do people maneuver our national coordinator? Do we have two national coordinators in Italy? You people maneuver our national coordinator and give a letter to Chinasa Ngoro's sister without letting our national know. That is the time I know these people are cooking something. They are making every possible thing to make our national angry. To make sure, okay, now, in this, the whole issue, majority letter we are submitting to government body in this country, Italy. She's the one that translating those letters. And after our national notice what is going on and the abuse and the plot they are using her to the issue, the whole thing they are using her to commit in this Italy. Our national ignore her and shift that position to another person. Now, they write a memo that our national forged a signatory of Chike Doziem, because every letter we submit here always come in English version, and we need to translate it to Italian version before giving to any government agency. She is the one that has translated that letter, but after she started giving our national a headache, then our national shift that issue to another person. The same letter she is translating to us here in Italy, we normally submit to Italian government or any agency we need to meet. The same that letter the other person, our national gave that position to translate. Now, hence that position have shifted from her to another person. They said our national coordinator forged a letter that he submitted to Italian agency, while it's the same thing, the same translation, the same signature. Then they are telling us that the ones Chinasa's sister she's doing before is also forgery, because they have national have already.
No, but that is the thing. I don't know how you guys because translating letter, because sometimes what you don't know it. But there's no rocket science. Even the Microsoft Word can translate letter that are written in English. They should be doing that themselves, head of the of state. But because of the lazy, and they don't know what they do. Before you export that letter from PDF, you can translate it with the same Microsoft that you write that letter with. I don't know how they do it, but this is a common thing. You don't need any expertise to translate letter because Microsoft will translate it for you. I'll be honest. But at the end of the day, Ihachina always said that all the letter that you guys have been submitting, he was the one translating it. So they make him. It's like he's been positioning himself to be important. Why is not? Translating letter, even in Facebook, and translate language is the most commonest thing you can get. It's very easy. It's copy and paste. No, to be fair,
Mazume, he can hear in that audio when he is telling he told our national coordinator that if he eventually pull our sister out in this struggle, things is going to change. Things is going to spoil.
Yeah, I had him. It's a threat. He's threatening him, of course. And what is that threat?
So this is a threat he's using. This is a threat he's giving to the DOS group. That is why Amanyim, who is aware of what transpired in Italy, cannot caution Chinasa Ngoro that
of course we know.
He is aware of it. That Ogro have already informed me what transpired. He didn't mention it. He didn't say anything. Threatening the nation. Even in that meeting of that 7th of February, I asked them, why this guy from Kuwait threatened? I asked them this question. And the Chike Doziem said, Abanyim, did the Chinasa threaten our national coordinator? And Abanyim said, yes, in that audio. And that is the end. So, Mazi,
he's holding all of them ransom.
What is going on? This guy have hold them on ransom. They can't talk.
Mazi, thank you. Let Mazo go because we're already 2 hours in the mark. Mazo go 5 minutes because it was your voice. Can you say something before we close, please? Because we still have another 14 minutes to deal with on this audio before we go into the there's another audios we have to go into, but subsequent program. But the episode 004 is going to finish this particular where we are now, because it's very, very important that people know what has happened. The word that has come out of this guy's mouth directly to Onyendu is absurd. So, Mazugro, 5 minutes, please.
Thank you very much, Mazi. I think we have done justice this night. Everybody watching us here right now, wherever you are, there are some people hiding under their bed, some are back door. We know. We are seeing all of you here. And you don't want to tell he will pull out his sister. My question to you people that are listening to us, did he done that? The answer is no. China Sanworu, I ask you, you say Kanunta is giving me order. I challenge you to count one. You just run around. You just run just like that. The intimidation this guy have laid on DOS is beyond control. Before they came to that call with Abayim, he have intimidated Abayim, and Abayim will have nothing to say. This one is just saying I'm at work. It's just a fallacy. It's just a fallacy. They disarranged call. Chinas have threatened him behind before he dragged him to me. That is the fact. Of course. That's the obvious, of course. Austin is an bedside. Austin Abayim is an bedside. He's an bedside. And I challenge him. All the petitions some coordinators have wrote against me is under his table. This Abayim, you see, is an evil man. And I don't owe any apology to anybody. He's an idiot. He threatened me. He created monsters here. That is why they don't have anything to say. They create these people to come for statement of account because they don't have anything to say. My crime today in IPOB, the whole world hear me. My crime today in IPOB is that I'm working with Kanunta and Neneanya. There's no anything I did, which they cannot prove. The same Abayim was there when he came. Guragu said that I lodged Neneanya and Kanunta Hotel Padova. For what? Is there any occasion we are doing? And they match this thing under the cap. These people are evil, Mazi. I am very, very pissed off with these people, to be frank with you. These people, I don't even know. But I'm waiting for those idiots as if Mazi come out and he broadcasts on any other radio without. These are idiots, they nobody. Azayoba, he says something. He says something sometime ago. That as we know that because I discussed it, I'm telling her, I told Azayoba, this lady, you know her. Even under Ira, he said he confirmed it. Say yes, I know that the lady is stubborn, but as we know that there is a Chinasa Ngoru sister, we have to protect her. I said how? How do I protect her?
Mazi, hold it there.
This is Azayoba you are saying. I have the information all of it.
You see that guy. Azayoba is the most idiotic person I have ever seen. He says you see him on social media now, he's doing saga. He's doing saga. That's what he does. He's calling it Mediman Finland and he's getting himself involved. It's someone that is European rep and he's going to the saga of the Christianity and Omenana. That's what he does. That's semi-idiot. I called him when we have a problem in UK here. I'm not cutting you off. Just to let you know. Continue.
Mazi, this Azayoba during the time of Iranya Iranya hanged also here during the time of Iranya. He collected everything. He closed where we are doing meeting here. which I'm aware of these things. Azaiba, the only thing Azaiba said is, why did I go and sign some document? I say, can't you say what you know? These are a bunch of idiots. They just roaming around. They are just after is my brother, is my sister. That's what they are doing here. And the people are listening to this. I can never listen to them because I have checked them, I have obeyed them, followed them gradually. All of them one by one. Edozie might have his own. Abai might have. Abai might have. Azayoba. Uzurumike says something here. When even I told Abai that meeting, say, did you hear what Uzurumike said? He told me that don't you know that I'm the one that are guiding him. This is a bunch of idiots. Today they are in Padova. They're in Padova because we are doing struggle. They sent some idiot coordinator. What I'm saying today, none of them, they will be ashamed of themselves where they are now. They're listening to me because they don't know all these things. They are just running around. They just push them like a truck. They are jumping up and down. Did they know that Ichinasa came here to threaten me? They don't know. And I put it to the any day you could get up and ask question, that day will be your problem will start. Do not ask. Continue working with them sheepishly without asking questions. This is not what our leader taught us. You must ask questions. That is who we are. That is Biafra for you. So these people have made me to run crazy. But
thank you, man. Don't run
crazy. That's where we are.
That you know. Before we go, I want to remind them. Anyway, it's fine. We have wasted a lot of time. We have so many things to do. So our next segment is going to be to finish up this. I think we still have like about 15 minutes on this particular one. And now, before we go into the audios, where there's different audios, we don't need to comment on it until when we unveil them. I can't thank you guys enough. And today we have done wonderfully. Like you said, those that have ear, let them listen. The reason why we are doing this is not because we want to blackmail anybody, but it's time that we start getting people to understand the position. Just like what happened. As I let you guys go, I'm going to try out. There's one scenario I want to play on what happened in Padova today to ask some couple questions. So I thank you guys for coming. And this is where we're going to do before my men left the studio. Yeah, so thank you guys for coming. Yes, fellow comrades and lovers of freedom. Yes, this is episode 3003 on the exposition of the cabal within DOS in Italy, IPOB family, the menace. And today, you guys see what happened in Padova today. Padova today was China Sanwo-Olu's sister. She was the one in charge. I was trying earlier on to try to play this video. I don't know why it was playing out. But before I go, there's a particular thing I wanted to point out before I leave the studio this night, because it's very imperative that we let our people know on this conversation. It had where China Sanwo-Olu was blaming Mazin.
We're waiting for that.
So this video was a bit shitty. This is the clowns. You see where they're standing, and I want you to hear where they specifically say they are waiting for Rapture Media to go live. This is a bunch of animals. Say they are unveiling a TV station, whereas they're depending on social media going live.
I'm telling you, no, I'm saying the truth.
This is the voice of China Sanwo-Olu's sister, Chidinma Nworu, and the clowns. I want to bring it. I want you to hear where they said they are waiting for what is it called? Rapture Media to go live. I want you to hear this before I close this program. Very important.
I need
to get that particular place. I need to get it. Earlier on, this was giving me issues, but I don't know because of congestion on the studio. But let me hear. I want to hear part of this before I go. The rented apartment, you know, they are paying 670 euro monthly. On this era we are. I'm in a studio. There's mobile studio everywhere. You can run studio with less than 100 euro every month, professionally, without stressing yourself. Without stressing yourself. 100 euro monthly. With professionally, I mean professionally. The days of people sitting down, even people work remotely these days, sit in their house and do the work. I want to pay somebody to sit down in a room doing what there? She doesn't want to sister, they rented an apartment for her. So he can be servicing KK. That's where they're going to having fun. Patrick came, the kind of job you do, I don't know, you go to the job or people come to you.
I'm telling you, no, I'm saying the truth.
Sister speaking.
Baby.
No, even my this
on the light. On that light.
No.
We're waiting for Rapture to go live. We're waiting for Rapture.
You see the lights. You understand now? Yeah.
They are waiting for Rapture to go live. Can you imagine? And they call people from different countries. They flow into Italy. These animals thinking that they anyway, I don't blame them. You know, if people can pay 10% of their hard-earned money, why should I have to tell you how to use your money? It's not me to tell you how to spend your hard-earned money. But what I'm saying to you guys is this. These people have disrespected and maligned our leader. Everybody saw what they wrote in there. Some of you read that particular memo. You don't understand what it is. The scammers as absentee. Your leader. Not even calling him leader. Is what that's what they called him on that particular junk. And he unveiled the television. My question to you, you that watched, clapping hand, you that went there, what is that particular thing has to add to what we are fighting for? How does he get Mazen out? Like I repeat again, nobody Orthodox studio is like BBC, CNN, all these are, cable televisions is something that people have done. Even people working there have moved on. Like Fox News, Tucker Carlson is making more overview. Donald Trump is not going into any debate in Republican primaries because why? Those people there, he's leading them with 60 points. He has gone into with Tucker Carlson on X, which is Twitter. The view is like quadruple, like 10 times. Nobody cares about what he does with the Orthodox television. Why would you rent a room and put share there with laptop?
dịlị mma tata ka ọ na-adịlị mma echi.
IPOB. Day one.
Maazị Ekezie, welcome.
Good evening, Mazi, and good evening, fellow Biafrans and lovers of freedoms. My name is Amadeus Chukwuma Ekezie, by special God grace, IPOP3 National Treasurer and also Sandona Coordinator. There were no Muchinek.
There, you are welcome. You are all welcome this evening. Today is the continuity of the apparent expose that we have embarked upon in Italy to lay things to bear. And tonight is going to be where we stop from the episode 003. Tonight is 004. Before we go forward tonight, I just want to chip in some things. This program is specifically for this expose of cabals within DOS in Italy, families. But there's something that caught my eyes and I wanted to just comment on it. And I'm going to need your opinions before we go forward on this program. Now, everybody knows what is going on in the zoo. It is not that we deviated from the real thing, but the real enemy is the enemy within. Like Onyendu told us to go and watch Enemy at the Gate. Without knowing that our leader understood the people that he was dealing with. And is reverberating today that everything our leader have said I was watching someone yesterday, commenting about our people have betrayed the zoo. He mentioned Fela. He never mentioned our internal leader, which is supposed to be the first person before he mentioned Onyendu. But the guy said that our leader knew what he was about to embark upon. That's the difference between Maz and Nankane. Onyendu wasn't copying anybody. He has the agenda and the mandate. Now, the main thing I want to comment on is about when the election surged, everybody, our people was carried away. Nobody paid attention. They told them to go and get the presidency. P2B is going to release Onyendu. We told them. I did a program and I played Ezu River. P2B is a stone cold and he's a part of establishment. He is a politician. They're playing that game because what they did was to drift attention of our people. And they threw that our people, some of our people bought it. They're still testing the ground. Everything you see them doing today, still holding Onyendu in the SS dungeon, is to make sure you people continue talking. You see them in the social media talking about Christianity and Omenana. All these things are distraction. I'm not saying that our land shall remain a freedom of worship. Our leader said it, just like the land of Israel. Anything you can worship the sun on the ground is entirely up to you. You don't dare know we are Republicans from birth. So, but what I'm saying tonight is this. When we told people that P2B was a distraction and he was part of the establishment, that he never came for any good of any people. If he could say what he said in this video, I want to play this video. We all will listen to it because after the election, I played Ezu River. I did a documentary. It's in YouTube. And I did a program on Biafra Radio. Ezu River massacre was over 80 Mossops were massacred. P2B was presiding as the chief of security of Anambra State as a governor. And Mossop brought him to where he was. They elected him because after was the party that Ojukwu formed, just like as a former Mossop. We should not forget all these things. Our internal leader was bamboozled. That our leader refused to be in this part. Now, when he said this word, and he was very angry when he was addressing the press, I want to play this audio for us to understand. And they still played on our people's mind. And I keep on saying this. If we miss this opportunity we have, our race is going to go in the extent. Without further ado, I'm going to play this video. Let's listen.
Problem happening now. See, this is what I'm saying. We should all come together. Even you as a journalist should look beyond the election. People are dying of hunger. And we're talking about the election. What happens?
Did you hear him? That he shouldn't talk about the election, that people are dying of hunger. This is same P2B that have made people, they have distracted all the whole, I will put it in this whole Igbo race. Including, in fact, it's so sad, all this town region, because every single person, including some few Zoo Nigerians were involved. But he confused everybody, thinking that he was fighting a just cause, but he has an agenda. If he could speak like this, tells you all you need to know, that he never came for any good. He has a purpose, and that purpose was to make sure they create fraction. You see what Chikedozie and his cronies are doing. This particular strategy was what Nyanwodo proposed in 2017 to weaken IPOB within. And when they found that our people was going to butt into this BS about P2B, imagine as a president, he decammed from PDP and joined Labour. We told you everything we have told you. One thing is, logical conclusion is that after we told you, you're going to come back and just like whatever our leader have said come to pass. He said we should stop talking about it. He wants to make Nigeria walk. Sick of Africa. But Mazen Nandikan is languishing in the SS dungeon. That is not his primary problem. His problem is to save a country that have despised you. Very important. I'm going to need your perspective on this. Let's listen to this audio.
In the next election, I've said this publicly. P2B is not desperate to be Nigerian president and desperate to see Nigeria work. Your children are suffering. So don't ask me that type of question, please. I'm begging you. Let's talk about how to save the country. If the country is working, I mustn't be president.
Now, someone asked him a very valid question. He wouldn't answer that question. Instead, he was very, very defensive about it, saying that they shouldn't talk about it, that we should talk about your children are hungry. But you claiming that you lost the election. Why wouldn't it be a discourse if you are truthful to your own self? Why should it be a problem? You went to tribunal. When we are going to court, we told you guys all these things was state managed. All these things was part of their plan. Everything you see them do is to weaken the force of our people, to dip the attention of our people from the real cause. Because imagine man can still remain in the SS dungeon. And all of you are jumping like antelopes without focusing on what you should do. Talking about something different other than to restore your own dignity. This is the part of the problem. Do you remember what Gowon said? Gowon said, if I knew that Igbo man in particular loved money so much that he couldn't have picked up any arm against Ojukwu, I should have given his cousins or brothers money to go and fight him. Exactly what is happening today before me and you. Mazogro, I need your perspective, please. And to continue, this is episode 004 for your avoidance of doubt, please.
Thank you, Maz. I think the message is very, very clear to the rest of the world and the so-called themselves obedience. Some of them, when I met them on the street, they can't even look at my face because they know what they have committed. P2B have caught deal to destroy the restoration of Biafra, but it's quite unfortunate that he's a failure on arrival. And I think what he said now is very, very obvious that P2B, after you killed our people under your watch, put in a zoo river, today you say you're not desperate about being a president. Why did you come out in the first place? That's the question. Why? Why did you come out in the first place? In fact, this our men, I still concur with our leader, said when Biafra is restored, we must go for DNA because some of these people we are seeing today, they are not an Igbo people. The blood of Igbo people is not in their vein. That is the fact. Maz is very, very pathetic. Very, very pathetic.
Yes, I know.
There were Maz.
Thank you for, it's very obvious, but for those that are watching us, this is episode 003. I'm going to put it manually because I think there's an error. I didn't change this before we start this program, and that is my fault. But it's what it is. It's episode 004, which I'm going to probably put it on the screen. So much amount of work to do. That's the main thing. So it is what it is, But it's 004 to avoidance of doubt. Now, yeah, what he said, my brother, it breaks my heart. Can you say something about this? And after you, Mazek is here, then can we move on in the main thing we came to do, please?
Thank you very much, Mazi.
Yeah.
Thank you. So, talking about P2P, we all know him. At the initial time when he came out, we warned them, we told them that P2P is just here for distraction. He came with an evil plan. The first person, the first politician to start killing agitators was P2P. He was the first person that started killing those agitating for freedom. He started it. P2P is somebody that you can't just. I believe our people, if at all they can learn, if this had taught them a lesson, I don't think they have learned something about this. Remember when Ojukwu died? This guy just brought out the Abga, their attire, their uniform, and burnt the attire with the picture of Ojukwu on it. He just brought it out and burnt it. That alone should be enough. That alone should be enough for our people to understand.
Yes, Mazi. Yeah, of course we know. It's fine. It's okay. But like I said, it is very important that we point out on this direction as where we are and where we are going as a race, because our people have just. You see, there is even the content creators are using our people for that content creating about our stupidity. When we look why that our people are weak and imbecilic and docile, some people don't realize what our leader was saying. Mazek say something so that we can move forward. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Mazi George, for giving me opportunity to say something. You know, you have already analyzed what P2B is. You know, at the initial stage, when people are saying P2B, I ask some of them here in Italy, how can Fulani man allow an Igbo man, after they have committed all this atrocity, to take that position? How can it work out? People are just this man is just, they brought this man to just distract for distraction. Obasanjo is backing him up, or all the rest of backing him up. After he went to the London, they just negotiate the game there. And he came back and said he have joined the Labour Party. One thing that baffles me, did you see after the election, P2B can be able to tell the world what happened to Ezu River after the autopsy, that the federal government did not allow them to release the autopsy of those people killed in Ezu River. After the election, why did many people are asking him this during the time of election? He didn't say a word. He didn't utter a word. But after election, I saw it in Sahara report that the federal government stopped the investigation of the autopsy. And this man knew that these people, some people are the people that voted him into that power of Apoga, that position he was in Apoga. But today, what happened? So, my brother, what our politicians are the problem on Igbo land. The problem in Igbo land are our politicians. That's the people that kept us where we are today. They are the people that are causing us tears in our eyes. There is no atom of humanity on them. That is the cry of our leader today. That is why our leader is there to liberate our people. P2B, those that are following Peter, those obedient, it's not obedient, obedient. Where are they today? Where are they today? They don't reason, they don't think.
Yes, Mazi.
They want to be president.
Yeah.
Mazi, let us take it here.
Thank you very, very much. Now, fellow comrades and lovers of freedom, like I said, tonight is another episode of 003 on the intruders in the cabal of I won't call them DOS because these men are no longer IPOB member, but what they have done in Italy, the threats, all the evil they have done in IPOB, we will be unveiling them, because everybody know that the so-called Agone Chenkita, no one has heard of him, because since after they went to I think the BTV has been broadcasting all over the world now. I think CNN, everybody's watching the CNN. After the jamboree in Italy, I think they have not broadcast though. It's today I saw some write-up. Who's going to broadcast? The one that lives in Germany, the guy that said that is going to take them to court because they were deceiving him, giving him false hope that Biafra was going to come. Can you imagine? Is the person, someone that cannot speak comprehensive English, is the person they want to anchor the television station of BTV, in quotes. But let's bring the audio of the killer himself, China Samoru, the murderer himself. The conversation between China Samoru continues with Mazo, the national coordinator of Italy. This is a threat. Everything they have done after tonight, the next segment is going to be the response of those that were part of this whole plot, because we are going to play their voices as well to show you how Because we're talking about P2B, but the people that are actually more dangerous than P2B is those within P2B. Because everything they have done, they use them to actually to penetrate P2B to a certain degree, and they have continued. And the zoo is playing in the gallery because everything you see, any news you see, they want to, project our people. All these things boil down to drift attention on the real core thing we are all fighting. Very, very important.
People they know me. 8 years ago, very mad discipline. Yes, I'm not allowing him. I allow my knowledge, but I'm already a disciplined person.
Mazi Chinasa, and when I was on chain making Marana, Marana, Mbemsa for IPO, Anamazi floor, now World Campus, principal officer. I appointed Mazi Piaru, I never contested for it. I appointed Mazi Zona coordinator, I never contested. Even Mbenka Abiara, I don't have everything it takes to be a nation because all these things came from now, but of course, anybody should get. For Kamnabara, he may sign it. Uzuma Beke, he brings us a go, he brought no, Swabby, he gave from Master Bamasimo, Nia command and control. Can I challenge you? No, you're doing your order, Nagan, and see about me, Dafa, Umbulu Liranya, Alpha Meso and Liranya. This one day 1 year, this one day 1 year for Ngono and Kiranya, only back one, I'm not Gabo, right, you go.
Let me tell you something. You might hear with me now. You might hear with them. You might not want to hear with them. You might want to hear with them or beginning. Like something I feel be trying to now. I got some more. You know,
I think so much digestion.
Something. The leadership of IPOB. Last time.
Mazi, I'm going to digress it because he has to say what he wants to say before I interject. Okay, I understand. I want him to finish. When he finish, I will speak.
Okay.
Because I got some now 1 day and 1. Just suspended in 1 day and 1. But people will not know. That is where it is. Because I can take nonsense from people. Because now somebody one day now they come or now somebody who just people that go in 2024 or 2018.
Now, for those that are listening, this is the continuity of the conversation between Austin Alban, the European rep, with Italian national coordinator. This is the episode 004, and this is the threat. Now, the voice you're hearing is China Sanworu's voice and Mazogo, which is on the studio, Italian national coordinator. He make a reference. His reference was that what IPOB want to do, which they've done. We know what they did. And we have audios to, because we want to let people know, as much as we are fighting enemy outside, it's about time we table things that have brought us where we are today. Because a lot of people have a lot of people are having doubt. A lot of people are confused based on the body language and their action in action they have projected for over 28 months now. Now, is literally threatening you, directly telling you what IPOB want to do. And that thing they said they want to do, they did it. Because Mazi, I don't have to mention what they say they will do. Because at the end of the day, there's no you that are going to explain it. It's very important people listen. Because I don't have to say it for them. I want them to confirm what China Sanworu say, oh, what IPOB, they have taken enough nonsense. But remember that China Sanworu have got no business with Europe whatsoever. Even the ESN that is messed up and has murdered so many people back home has got nothing. It was specific tax he was meant to be doing. Now he went extreme to dabble into everything after they sold our leader. That is why he's threatening you, because he's threatening you to submission for you now to say, I'm going to back up. Now, it's mentioning Mazen Nankani brother, but you are there to defend your sister that have not added anything into IPOB. None of your family members have done anything for IPOB. You're a member of IPO with mouth because if you ask bring your receipt, you've been paying money. Not what is it now. From 20, let me say the first time I had your name, 2015 till now, you've been paying money. I don't think you can produce that receipt to us, to be fair. But we will continue because nobody knows who you are unless the pictures we are seeing. So Mazogro, everybody will have their time, but we cannot say what they want to do because that particular what they want to do will come up on our next segment if we didn't say it here. We are the people that have what they projected, their plan came to light. Just how they went around the world destroying IPOB within because their job was to destabilize IPOB. Remember, the women in South Africa said so many people drift IPOB to Simon Ekpa. They said it with their own. It's not also. How about this is on record? They know what they were doing. It is not something that it is not mimicking. This is what premeditated, project, and they were contracted to make sure that IPOB got into extinction because our leader will die in prison. That is that agenda, nothing else. And anybody telling you something else, don't listen to that person. Let's listen to him.
And they ask me anything now when I was IPOB. And I give me friendship, open a friendship, Yabo. Friendship. Even go and ask Master Banimo. Becano Tadere, say, Afia, recharge card. Aporomia, Sianankari, Sianakuteria, because I'm Rasikan Takanata, Sia, one Nga Abara, Pico, Ayachoria, because maybe you might get each other when you did. They got to go to the talent upon her recharge card. They got to what I do. They told them what I do. Everybody, nobody should generalize everybody. No, generalizing all because when you do know, there were many things named IPOB they don't know. Talent is not part of anything named IPOB. Many things on them, one you don't know. You don't know because I don't have from scratch. Where it's involved. Now we get on few things, so you look at more personality. Now, because.
Well, I'm going to interject here. Do you see how demented and useless this guy is? Now, Mazen Nanak, you are just a member. Where are you? You live in Kuwait. IPOB was started from United Kingdom. You don't live here. You called on radio before you met Mazen Nanak, just like every single one. Even me that live in United Kingdom, I called on Radio Biafra before I speak to our leader. The fact remains that what Bakana Takana have done in IPOB, he don't know. And Onyedi don't need to tell you. Don't forget, Mazen Nanak said, I have 3 plans. Those close knows one. My deputy knows one, and I know the rest of the 3. Now he's telling you that Kanan Takano knows nothing what is happening in IPOB that is acting upon Wanye Woko, his brother. Kanan Takano, number 1 is that he's a member of IPOB. But firstly, Kanan Takano have contributed with every blood that is in his vein for this struggle that I know of. Because when they do Biafra, nobody knows about Kanan Takano. That is why you have to respect our leader. Our leader is a man that is different. He never brought his family to put them. He should have put Kanan Takano in a position. He never did it. Just like you now, you're pushing your sister. You are pushing your sister, but our leader that is the spirit of religious people didn't do it. But you are forcing, threatening people. Tells you the difference between you. If you were in Mazen Nanak, because you will never be in that position, because nobody will listen to you. That's the fact. What Kanan Takano know in IPOB, you don't even know it. That's the truth of the matter. I want to clear that. I want to collect that impression that what is done is doing it based on Onyendu. Now, it isn't. Just like you, they give you specific tasks. What do you know about IPOB? You know what they allow you to know. You know the brain behind what is happening. Because as you can see, Onyendu is nowhere to be found. And what are you guys doing now? Absolutely nothing. Very important.
You know that Onyendu no ya de media and then on My internet every month is $30. Internet,
likewise, €40 every month.
I'm a IPO, spend there my money. How am I IPO without taking the money? I got an IPO a few days ago. I spent $2,000. $2,000. Because they request all your people, they are as low as human national. They request
because head of finance, and I root head of finance, he would have an account no here. So you have an ambassador here. I am a commander. Then came back with Butcher and Nyan or the name. When Kurusi, Unuyasna, Andrew, my Bayasia, Unasumuna, this year, no, say that. Couldn't you? When did you start saying that? When you people started saying that? When? That has been. No.
It's very, very pathetic. This guy, his double standard is what is baffling me. He said, Madam Nenyanya has nothing to do with ESN fund. Very, very pathetic. Very, very pathetic. And all this information is, look at what he's saying to you. Imagine what he has told other people. The pressure that have gone around the world convincing people. This thing happened here in the United Kingdom. I remember when people were calling me on phone. I know one or two guys that called me indirectly to see my view. They want to get the opinion from. And I told them, I don't gossip. But as he's talking to you, so is because he told you first, I don't get involved in Europe. Now, in this way, he said, he gets involved everywhere. So everything he's telling you now is what he's doing is grossing subordination because he's talking ill against even a superior principal servant over him, which I have fought for this individual, which I didn't know who he was. The mindset this guy have, this kind of people don't supposed to be part of what we are doing. His mindset is not someone that's supposed to be around what we are doing. I'm telling you. Very, very important people understand the kind of people and where we are now. The position we are in IPOB, these are the people that we shouldn't allow to even come close in what we are doing. Very important.
This media, something in them. When you do the media, they don't know. And I charge the head only 1,500 naira. And then you motivate. Finance on the other so forth. Anyone, since you are so before, that's what I'm 1.5 million naira. Phone. 50,000 and 200 on and then put my men on ground on the other day. Daily, no, to put your phone and sponsor. I sponsor the media. The media, I feel, my brother do that. What you do, they would take 70,000. 30,000. There's a lot of that I use here. I requested 3 times because I don't request and then they can't.
You see, onye do ne wote ego ne. You see how he's talking down of our leader. Onye do one wote ego ne. I mean, you see, the day I told people that this guy have pathological, I don't know who this guy is, but that's why the guy is not visible. Because I wish that Nonya, the minutes no one money will give everyone a meal. Forget about all this nonsense coming to be able to shout. This guy is Jesus Christ of Nazareth. I have not seen anybody in my entire life that's more close than this animal. Now, no, Austin Abani now is the one that's supposed to be involved. If Madam Nenyanya is not part of finance, so Austin Abani is part of finance. Common European rep is part of finance. Do you see how these people have messed up? And this is the reason why so many people sit down pondering. And this is why we are saying this, because this shenanigan need to stop. This is what he said. He's talking to someone in a private conversation, talking down. He have talked down Onyendu in this conversation more than 3 or 4 times. As if this is a plot. A plot. Because that he thinks that Mazen Nandekano will not come out of prison. And they went ahead and poisoned the heart of every single individual that's relevant in IPOB. Don't they will catch them. People like us, they found out it's not going to wash. But it's important that this kind of a voices, we are playing it. Very important.
They said they don't have data. Because the talent amateur, now you're dealing with all of them. But we know where they go. Because we have idea. We don't know where I get. The best of this is about how they charge. I said we don't do one. But also to know the kind of people we are dealing with. The kind of people. But to only do what I'm doing from 26th of December. Ghana prison Ebunu, Ghana and the Omaka in Amusina prison. 3 people are about 3 days ago. This was the people who sent in December. When they got together, no matter how boys they had a prison. 41 of them, 2 people. The other man they won the other day from Ebony prison. 3 people are about 2 days ago. Omoronja get very serious. When they got to Barandia, and they go to Ghana, they had this thing. And every day I know why they are not happy to carry on.
Now, for avoidance of doubt, we are all human beings, and like I said, it is very, very important. People are picking up now. Can you see where Madam Nenyanya has issue with them? He said that he told Madam Nenyanya Madam Nenyanya does not give money. The only problem they had with Madam Nenyanya couldn't Chike those till tomorrow morning. They cannot give a clear account of what they do. They've forgotten that in every sector in this planet, the finance always keep record, because even doing tax returns and all that whatnot. Now, you are telling Madam Nenyanya in quote that someone is getting mad and they're hungry. You are the ones supposed to be taking care of them welfare. But especially, you guys did not have any details. You will request for money. And that money, the way you spend, no one knows. I'll give you an example. In United Kingdom here, the first time they brought medical corps, all of us were motivated. I know how much I contributed in that day. All the money we had, it was later we had. Even the update they gave us, which one day we will bring all this evidence. And this was lies. Now, he's saying that Madam Nenyanya is because they will find something to blackmail somebody. Madam Nenyanya only asks question is that because today I sitting with Madam Nenyanya, everything Madam Nenyanya did is black and white. You want it in black and white so that you can keep the record. Even when he used to come and make announcement, he says some people paid money, but they didn't, detail what the money was meant for. If it is for monthly due, that money will be there until you send a clear email what the money is meant for. So you can have a clear picture of what that money was meant for. Now, you requested for money verbally, and every time you guys collected money, there is no clear evidence what that money is going for. That is where all this problem came from, because they were busy siphoning IPOB fund, building their own private properties back, which now can be proven. Just someone who owns hotel, where in Ebony State. All of us, when they were saying it, we didn't know. You're talking to Madam Nenyanya, and Madam Nenyanya. So listen to, he's playing double standard. He said that Madam Nenyanya is not involved in ESM. So how comes you're going to Madam Nenyanya to not request for funds? It's very important we understand what these people are talking, flip-flopping. I don't understand who they think they're talking to. He just said previously that Madam Nenyanya is not involved in anything financed to ESN. Now he's complaining about people dying in prison. So how come he's involved?
All these things they may not want to know there because game on it. Yes. 3 people, 3 of people on that prison. Na December can they walk? Ian Chogodi make Ian Chogodi Ian. And I told her I will not come to her again. I will never come to you. Even my 26th of December, I don't go to her. I don't send her message. I don't talk to her.
You see, this is important. You are not you're not on the ground. And you can understand this Ebonyi State, you see, specifically Ebonyi State. Now it's asking you from Ebonyi State. Sometimes every rumor, there's a atom of truth in it. A lot of us defended this guy so muchly because then we didn't see what was happening. And as an IPOB, you're on a boat. You don't just come out and jump up and start blackmailing people. You see how they ganged up against Madam Nyanya, the same thing they did in 2015. That's what they just done. All of them have a personal ill with Madam Nyanya, but they think it's about him or Madam Nyanya. Madam Nyanya is playing to the book because she is the one who will be accountable for every misappropriate fund that's happened within IPOB. You just don't call Madam Nyanya that said you can say that people are getting mad in every prison in the zoo because this is what a Jofo was using. Some of us don't know. All these people you see, they get out of prison. We've been paying for them. It is not like they just left the law. All these things it's not talking about the money we have spent all these years getting our people that have been held, those that have been buried, those that have been taken care of. He's not talking about that. He's talking about the one he's specifically pointing finger on. The reason for it because they have been siphoning money. When Madam Nyanya found out that they were doing what they were supposed to do, Madam Nyanya resisted. And that's the only crime she's committed. And now they ganged up against Madam Nyanya. Even bringing Austin Albani. That Austin Albani will be part of fund. Who says who? Austin Albani is common European rep. I asked him this question so many times in the meeting. He can't give me any answer. But it's very important that we now seeing how Madam Nyanya, because so far as I live, like I said, I stood for one thing. I took oath to join IPOB. I didn't join IPOB out of sight. I understand the decorums of IPOB, do's and don'ts within IPOB. Before even our code of conduct came in black and white, we were practicing obey before complain. Now, Madam Nyanya is above you. If you have problem, why didn't you complain? Now you stop talking to Madam Nyanya that he went back and planning coup against Madam Nyanya. Is that the right thing to do? So did you see how they brought nepotism and chaos within IPOB? Because if Madam Nyanya wasn't doing what he's supposed to do, you think he's doing something wrong. You send a message to our leader. Not you to take power, you take laws into your hand. Now you went now and went all over the country. Now what you guys done is to make sure you destroy everything that has to do with IPOB. That's exactly what they have done. But they all have failed. Let's continue listening.
I don't have a time. All I want to wine on our floor because I want to wine from national coordinators down.
Very important. He had his voice. He said, "Do you think I care?" And how can someone like this be held in any position in IPOB? It is in our code of conduct. If we were in a meeting, and I want to tell something, this platform is, very, very specific. It's not Biafra Radio. In this platform, we're allowed to say things. Probably when I get angry, I can express my personal view, which I can't do in Biafra Radio. I just want to clear that air. Number one. Now he's saying he doesn't care. This is a private conversation, but this private conversation is not in any way or shape or form to blackmail this individual, because someone in this position or has even me. I don't speak ill against anybody within IPOB. I don't care if you record me or not. I don't record people. There's the few 1 or 2 people that have recorded when this whole thing started. But you can hear him when he finished talking to you about Madam Nyanya. You think I care? He didn't care. That's why. And what are you doing still in IPOB? It have a purpose. We must understand and dissect the word that comes out of their mouth. It is very critical to us because people have died. This is not a joke.
They describe I want on a floor because I want to have here. All these things, all these things, sorry, boss, over for my soccer. I could go to the can, a man or Quebec. Now, I see a mark with Bego and Naga. When you can look at a one and sing a mara to the Mamma Boy, they go na Gabo with Reka. Simple. Now, I want to win a Tafia because people of Baron Sotino to Jan and Ayan, after Gane Flash in our autopilot. Many of them are autopilots. And when Bana to go on, that is indeed for you. So, and all these things in them now, so all these things you minimize. Unkabu no name, Unuanu no nishi, Kabaru, Melodan, Mayanine, Mayatunu Quesrimeka, Unobna Jima, Kaina Natagodun Kainde. Because already done stage, already stage can also stage. And when we are a table, Osnamazo as Kamagoduka go something with the one night. One happened, Omna running Talon, we don't want to shake it. Omna during the time of Omana beginning Abajana. I stand the main numbers. One and one yana and Miana, yes, sister, that by Madam National Sonia, because he will also Pakistan. Chinema why I don't understand Sonia. Sitting here born. But what I see, probably a Maria, I didn't test for that. Joya. More than I'm going to make a one in one cover, one of them make one in one quarter, make it one in one. I can't do that. Let me tell you, it's what segment he used now, cannot I use to somebody, because the mother let that wait. Because yes, because won't make that statement that one name one every year no they make this up to Macadiamam. No, you have to like that. Ask him what they requested from me. That is what come on they requested and then and I get the then come down cases attack and Bazaza, okay now warfare, 9 days loss. I don't like a message as a member we here. Because my sister no here. I just a kind in a cheap one, my sister just no nature or say.
It is quite insane and appalling to me that this guy spent over 1 hour plus talking about his sister, but the same person is pointing finger on Kanu Takano that have lost his 2 parents because of this struggle. I have encountered Kanu Takano many times. Like I said, every single time we contribute phone, Kanu Takano always be the first to contribute. Even in UK here, and he's sending with PayPal, it's not like he's contributing his own and say, oh, we didn't see when he contribute. Because I know some people that will do contribution. That money, we don't see that money. We have them here in UK back in the days. It's not someone pledging money, but they didn't redeem the money. Kanu Takano will be the first person to pledge money, and it will wire that money. It happened many times. I'm talking about my personal encounter with him. And I'm not saying it because Kanu Takano is only his younger brother. Kanu Takano wasn't doing what he was supposed to do. Me, George, will be the first person to tell him that. I didn't know him from Adam. I met him as a member of IPOB, as our leader, stronger brother, and he cannot take that away. Now, this guy spent over 1 hour and a half questioning you as a national coordinator of Italy on the decision you have taken. Just like we said, he lives in Kuwait. Nothing comes from the Middle East. It's the Middle East where people have done nothing. Israel was divided into 2. He came telling us about Israel didn't give our people asylum. That's not what our people. Did they give him asylum in Kuwait where he lives? Very, very, very disheartening that people condescend to this level of nepotism. IPOB is a symbol of decency. It's spelled out in our code of conduct. That's what he has no business calling you in the first place, even with the threat of killing you. But he still go further to find out exactly what his sister. So what about me, for instance, in UK here, they wrote a memo. Did he call me and ask me what my problem? Is any of them called me and asked me what was my crime? What did I do? And you as well, what he said here, the threat here, at the end of the day, they solidify that threat he made in this particular context. That's why I said I won't mention it until we get to the audio of people that have reacted upon when they made their decision. Very important that people understand why I'm allowing this, and I have to speak over this because I don't want it to elapse as I moderate, and you guys now will come back to give your own perspectives.
I don't know. Because 36 coordinators, which means because Chinasa, I respect you so much, and you have worked hard to this struggle. Because special, you have worked hard. And then before say, because Italo the place for. The same thing, even last no, understood. Now, these things also on because these things may disrupt. But all this time I where they settle all that things down. You got what I mean? Because in here they now, we have IPOB leadership have an issue and actually supposed to put many things at rest. Here they are men. Tomorrow men. No. There are things they need to remember. You need to give because of Yakanji Makia we see one of national coordinator. Mayor official therefore St. Anthony Napadova before got a man and put a hole and a meeting. Namegoyama, but the man has us not keep Thomas Ogor, no Meronka, no Menka, no Inabazaz, Makachiku Kremna now. Masubachine can do him. Ajuma Abumajadria. They put a hole and a meeting. You have me, Onion, I can't to be this strong. I forget why they need that. I don't know. Of no people what we have seen that one while of recent. I wouldn't want to be what we have seen in the hands of women. Yeah, not on that one while. Or you cannot be with the distance again. Or you couldn't actually. When you want to see a coordinator, that is the last thing that will happen. That's the last thing.
That is the double standard. But it's the same lady now, is the so-called Riazan. She is the Riazan officer. Parallel one in Italy now, where they are paying 670 euro every month. Is she not Chidima? She's the one, isn't it? So it's important that we understand their double standard. Everything he said on this audio was done. She emerged as their Riazan. Is it Riazan officer? Whatever they gave her. I think you guys will elaborate that when you guys come on. But it's important that people understand, because at the end of the day, I don't actually believe in what he's saying about what our women have done. There's so many of our women that are working as seriously. Madam Nyanya has been there from the inception. Our leader, Mazen Nande, cannot remain the arrowhead of this struggle and has the mandate and vision, and they have a direct mandate from God. And now, to cap it on, Madam Anya has been part of this struggle, even Onye Senate Open. She has been there. She's a woman. So you can't generalize what women have done. Women are talking about, you people, we are the people collaborating with them. So I'm not going to use the word what the women have done. They haven't done nothing. Because what the men have done are worse than what our women have done. Just like yourself on this conversation now has proven that even the women are far better off than you guys. Quote me anywhere.
Some of the coordinators until the man from the US. I put up call him today and all the couple on himself. If we have seen them, I take like that. I swear to God, I don't even know where that comes from. It's okay, it's okay.
That's this is where your conversation ended, and it's quite important that you guys need to come in to elaborate on how things are now, you know, because at the end of the day, we all have had him. The purpose of this particular audio, like I said from the beginning, and that's why we're doing this program on Biafra Alpha Power Media, not in our national platform, which is Biafra Radio. But we need this kind of a thing because at the end of the day, so many people that were apprehensive need to understand that Onyendu said all this, but some of us, we are not listening. I want to play something before you guys, we continue. Just a quick, I want to play something before we go forward. Before you guys will contribute on this. Very important to tell you that whatever is happening right now, it is not something that, for me, I'm not thrilled because we are there 2015, all this whole thing, you know, and something I want to tell people, issue of IPOB leadership, IPOB have one structure. I know there's a lot of intellectuals are questioning the fundamental of IPOB. And don't forget that establishing a mandate of IPOB across board, Mazen Nandekane had a vision. It is not easy to galvanize our people. So that's how everybody, it was those that were present. Just like when you were Heshua on earth. The people that he worked with are those that were available. He worked with fishermen and carpentry. He never worked with any PhD holders there. No. He worked with people that are available. But the availability of people that are because we want grassroots movement. IPOB is a grassroots movement. That's one thing people must understand. And as we go forward, we know that people that are in a high esteem will join. But having said that, I don't see there's no mistake whatsoever on the path we are going because we are going to encounter every freedom fighting. Go and read every country. Sabotage comes from, even as Israel is fighting today, you see some Jews that are wearing the Galileans Jewish people speaking against it. They call them Zionists. So that must have an opposition within, but it has to be a valid one. Not like the people that are within us that want to make sure that what we are doing does not see the light of life. So I want to play this voice to buttress what we have heard now. The reason why we're doing the China is not something, it's not an issue to us, but it is important that this, because what happened in Italy, and I know there's some things you guys are still trying to sort out, and we will continue. But listen.
Here before our enemies, we have sworn an oath to restore Biafra, or we die in the process. There will be no retreat and no surrender. If the option they give to us is to seek our restoration by violence,
as lamentation or complaint, I am only trying to prepare our people for what is to come. You are being prepared for what is to come. The time has come to separate the chaff from the wheat itself. Our march is very, very near. The enemies are trembling, they are quaking, they are doing all they can to try to stop us. But they have failed very woefully, and they will continue to fail. But I want to say that we are getting attacks from everywhere all over the world. And very soon, they will buy over some of you. They will buy some of you over. The spirit of Biafra and the Ifajuna are still in some of you. When the time comes, they will buy you over. I am not doing this program tonight to ask all of you to be strong. I am doing it to remind you, not that if they succeed in buying you over, you're not going to stop what we're doing. You can't. You cannot. Not in a trillion years. But I need you to appreciate one very simple fact. That at the end of this very race, everybody will testify that indeed Chukwukika, the same God of Israel, of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the same God of Inaguleri, the same God of Umweri, the same God of Oraeri, the same God of Uweeri, the same God of Arochukwu. Not if you look at the true God, one true God. You will know that indeed, not only is he omnipotent,
Mazuma, your voice is not coming out.
Sorry, I said that's just that voice is just to bring us back to us to understand that our leader knew everything that is happening. This time we are in, it's me and you that we still standing. Have to understand that those that were born for this, because all this trouble is going to come and pass. This breeze is going to go away. There's only one thing. You have to keep your eye to the ball. Is who? If Mazen Nani can still remain in the SS dungeon, that means there's hope for you. That is why his word remained the only beacon for every genuine and honest IPOB member. Remember the oath we took. This is not, it's not a verbal thing. Blood is attached to it. And so many have died. Every single word our leader said, everything Mazen Nani can have said have come to pass. The only thing that remaining, he said Biafra will be a miracle. No country will give us Biafra. It's not about our might, not by power, but consistency is what we require. Very important. Mazogro, please. Mazogro, I think I would like Mazi 1 minute because the conversation was you. So I want my friend to interject, and after that,
yeah,
Mazi Kezie, and then he come back to you, please. Mazogro, go on. Mazi friend, please. Sorry.
Thank you very much, Mazume. Biafrans, you've heard the audio. You've been hearing the audio of this idiot called China Sanworo, and it explains everything. The problem we have been having in IPOB Italy, the problem we have been having in IPOB worldwide, those people that have been causing it, the problem of Onyendo. I think this audio explains a lot. It explains a lot. They will know where the problem has been coming from. Consequently, more audios will be coming. People are going to hear more audios. Now, this guy, when he talks, he always talks about Madame Nenaya, Kanu Takanu, who are the pioneer, the founders of this struggle, of this movement. When they started all these things, this guy, this faceless idiot, this I don't know what to classify the idiot. Where was he? When these people we are struggling to bring this struggle to where it is, and he wants to destroy it. He said something about the ESN money that Madame Nenaya has no right. Just imagine the level of disrespect. This guy, when ESN was formed, newly, when we started doing fundraisings, Madam Nenaya will stay on air when they are doing fundraising up to 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Where was this guy? Where we are there? This woman will stay, that she will be there till there was one that we are there till 4 a.m. in the morning. And she was there. She stayed there from the beginning to the end. This was ESN. How to raise funds for ESN. This woman has done a lot. Then this is what here. That I don't know whether they were trained in their family, coming out to talk about this woman that have done a lot for this struggle. You see, one of these things that this guy has been doing and saying all this while, causing problem and all that. The medical, when Oyendo talked about the medical code, those that we taking care of, that they made Ukachi the head of the medical whatever that Oyendo formed there. All the whole money we paid into that account, because they gave us an account in Austria. We still have the receipt, the money paid for this, which Madame Nenaya knew nothing about. Oyendo even knew nothing about that money there. Who is going to give account on this? These people are criminals.
One second. So, are you telling me that Italy contributed on medical core as well?
Yes, Mazi. We paid to an account which Agbain was the one who gave us that account.
Yeah. It's it's very important people understand. You know what? Like I said, I don't want to talk about this, but I want to get this fact from you. What Okachi did here, because Abani have started this when Onyendu was outside. They started this particular thing when Onyendu was outside. Because if you remember, Onyendu came on air and said, on no account will anybody mandate anybody to contribute any fund without the authorization of the head of finance. If you remember.
Yeah.
So they were going through back door. When Okachi made that thing here in UK, we were the people that contributed in UK here. That money was what that brought problem, which we're going to talk about it. But thank God they confirmed that even you people, so many countries paid into that medical core account. It was a private account. It's a private account. That was what happened. In UK here was a private, but I don't know that they made it all over the world now, collecting money from behind. Go on, please.
No, we in Italy, we made payments there as instructed by Agbain. He told us where to send the money for which Okachi was before Yindu came out, and then he stabilized everything, stopped everything. We also contributed. Our money went there. Can they give account when the time comes? Will they give account on that money? They can't. These people that have done a lot of damages to this struggle, they have done a lot, and they should know that we have the records. All the whole money we sent, everything we did, all the whole money when we sent it, they are all there. When the time comes, I don't really know how. When the time comes, they will still give account of those money. Both the time they stopped Madame Nenaya from ESM money, because there was a time they stopped her from ESM money. They were the one controlling it. That money, they thought most of us don't have relatives in ESN. We have relatives in ESN. When they were in charge of the money, how the money we are distributed, they thought we don't have relatives, we don't know people that they are in ESN. When she was taken away from there, money stopped going to ESN. That's the fact. When they stopped her, money stopped going to ESN. What we are
that was the major issue Madam Anya had with them, because things were not clear. There was no accountability. The issue is the accountability. If he's saying that this money is for XYZ, it needs to be clear. And evidence of payment and who the payment went to. Very important. You have to have a paper trail. You don't just say that Mr. White is dying in prison, he's hungry, and for that you have to give money. No, it has to be verified. We understood how these things work. And that was because they want a free flow, that the money will not be controlled. Even nowadays, they don't take money without being asked for Madam Nenia, and everything is done without. At the end of the day, if Onyendu was behaving like this, how would Madam Anya give account of our defense fund in 2018 when Onyendu came out? Because that was when people were cliffing and say Onyendu defense fund was about $1 million, $1 million. But when Onyendu called Madamanya, it was about 100,000. And then America as a whole contributed $2,600. 340 was one championing the Onyendu have stolen $1 million of our what's it called? Our defense fund. This is what happened. Blackmailer, they don't contribute nothing. They have not contributed $1. But Onyendu insisted that America is going to fund this. What is a vision is? He said, till tomorrow morning, Onyendu believes that America is the only people that are going to fund this particular freedom. That God put them there for a reason. And we can see it. Regardless of what they are doing. Whatever that happened, the ball will still revolve back. Because the man that saw the vision that had direction from heaven knew exactly what he saw. He wasn't mimicking about it. Maz, carry on and wrap up before Mazi Keze took over.
Thank you very much, Mazi. There's nothing much again to say because everything we need to know is in the audio. Even when they opened an account in Australia, when you ask them who is in charge of this account, they said Ofoma. Ofoma has now left media to go into finance. What
this is
pathetic. A lot of things has happened. A lot of things that Biafran they are going to get to it. We are going. Biafrans are going to hear. Guys, they are going to know what these people did, the evil they did in this struggle. So Mazi, let me leave it from here because there are a lot. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Mazi Ekeze, please, my senior comrade, take over, please.
Thank you, Mazi, for giving me this opportunity. You know, the audio we heard from our conversation of our generals and our national, that's bring the whole thing that happened in Italy. And he said it, that something is going to happen. And it really happened. Because you know one thing, you know their problem, the most problem they have is that hence DOS is not controlling any finance, even when Onyendi was not in castration. They have not had sense of anything concerning money. And immediately Onyendi was rendition. They're just like, you see, how can I put it? Like a dog you put in a cage for years. Immediately you open that cage. Before you notice what will happen, that dog will run far because I have not gone out from cage before. They start searching money, every account. Now they will come on the air and tell you, then Nanya close German account, and then Nanya close Italy account, but they are the one. They are the one. They hijack the whole account. They close all those accounts, penetrating. When HOD, a man called himself HOD, say we penetrated into German account, talk less of the one in Italy. Penetrating. You say you're in charge and you are penetrating. What that thing shows you? Some will come and add that Nanya is like a woman that is supposed to be frying a corner is coming to do freedom fighting with us. She's coming here to do freedom fighting with us. That the Onion don't know what he's doing by putting that woman there. Do you see it? And how this guy, Chinaza, is mentioning Onion, the family, the hatred out of the abundance of the heart, man, speak it. You see what he's vomiting out about the family.
He has a pathological, I said it over time, he has a pathological hatred for our leader and his entire household. I'm not mimicking. I don't know who this guy is, but I'm telling you.
He came for her sister suspension and left that issue and start talking another issue. Which means he has that in his heart. And he have vomited all these things for our national to know the type of hatred that guy has on our leader's family. And all these things, he said, this is a planned deal. I told our members of coordinator in Italy that this lady is an agent. Now, immediately the suspension was given to that lady. Abanyim intervene, Chinasa intervene, HOD intervene through audio that they should call that woman back. What happened? How can you send a message to a coordinator, leaving the national coordinator? Because you people want to bypass our national coordinator. They are looking every avenue to push him out, to make him angry. Because they said, even that lady, this thing that Chinasa is saying is the same thing. One name why our sister is saying in our group, Kananta. That is what I asked Abanyim, please, can we treat the issue of Kananta and Chinasa in Italy forum? Are they in our midst? How can we treat their issue? Every day, this woman will raise the issue of Kananta. Now, they give her 6-hour suspension. He quickly jumped in, hoping that Kananta is the one that's the engineer, national coordinator to give her sister suspension. You see it? Now, like other coordinators, they have given suspension. Who is fighting for them? Who have come out and say, my brother, what happened? And even the suspension they give her sister, HOD that gave up send voice audio that lady should be super. You're supposed to meet our national coordinator. Ask what happened. You're supposed to ask what happened. Hearing from the other version, and you don't want to hear from the other side.
Mazi, I'm not cutting you off. That is their intention is not for anything good for IPOB, because not even Mazen Namdekano, Onyendu doesn't go into issues about when he intervened. Onyendu calls meeting to hear from the both side of the aisle. That's why we have CRC within IPOB, because I can testify what happened in the United Kingdom here. But that's why how they treated all the whole issues, because they have a mindset, they have an agenda. Their agenda was to make sure that anybody that objects what they are saying in line with what IPOB code of conduct have said or what it should be done, because they were not acting upon what we are doing any longer. They have a different purpose, because they were contracted to make sure that IPOB is weakened within. That is the agenda they were pushing. And that's exactly why when there is issue, they don't call the second party. The next thing you hear, China's chicken, they will push him to write memo. That's why I don't see him anywhere. Just to buttress to what you're saying. So that was why he didn't see it fit, because he doesn't see him as anything any longer. Even though Onyendu recognized the national coordinator representing Mazen Nanikan in every country, regardless what you do, you don't come to that country without passing through the national coordinator. So if there's an issue, I will use the word, it's just the head of the directorate of state. So your job is to, coordinating the whole administrative of IPOB. There's an issue, intervene, or if you can't do it, then you get CRC involved for them to deal with it. But you don't judge the case and say, okay, bring him back or bring her back. That is not how conflict resolution does not stand on one hearing. You must hear the both side of the aisle before you can now say, okay, I'm making a decision. But when things happen that manner, knew that is the purpose of that wasn't what it meant to solve for. That's why we are in the position we are now. And that is why it's important that we make it explicitly to our people to understand. Onyendu is in prison. The reason why we're still here talking is because our leader is still incarcerated. Onyendu can cut a deal and walk away, but he has not done it. So that means that there will be a light at the end of that tunnel. And people must realize and understand that. Go on, Maz.
And look at it. The Abanyim, who is in position to tell Chike Doziem after our national have narrated the whole story to Abanyim, is in position to tell Chike Doziem what happened in Italy. But he fell because they have already have their plan. They have planned everything what to do. You see? So all these things we are hearing today, if you dance in their tune, you are with them, and they will keep you in any position you like. They will put you in that place. But hence, you question them. This is what code of conduct says. This is how it's supposed to be. This is what the structure of people. You are an enemy, and you must go out without asking you what happened. because that time I begin to reason. I called the coordinators of Italy. No, when that voice come from Mazedozem, I say no. We need to send the voice to Mazedozem and told him what happened in Italy. Majority of them, now that time I know that they have made a gang up. They say no, they will not do. They were afraid. I say let us do it. Let bring Chikedozem in our midst. Let him tell us why he sent that voice to call that lady back without hearing from us or without hearing from our national. Some of them, no. All of them just because they have bought them over. I say no. It's not the way things supposed to go. That man, before sending that voice, is supposed to tell us we have heard from national, but he didn't have from national. He just sent audio to bring her back, which means what happened in Italy, they deliberately planned it and they executed to that lady. And the issue of account, she's the one that started it. Where is her money going? Who paid the account? This money is supposed to go to Eastern Security Network. Where did you pay it? That lady is the one that, and Ginger, because I have planned all those things. I told them, this lady she's an agent. Anybody that following this lady, you people are in darkness. You don't know what is going on. You are in darkness. And today they are in darkness, but they don't know. They think that they are the one that they're in the right track, but they are in darkness. I told them. You see? So what happened in Italy, they just planned it. And that is why China he's the one that reviewed a lot of secrets of what they plan to do in Italy. In this audio, he reviewed the secret. And they have already showed us that the hatred he has on Mazin and the family, because out of the abundance of heart, man speak it. He have already speak everything out to the world to hear the type of love. Let me put it that way: the type of love we have on our leader Mazin and the Khan. Maz, let me keep it here.
There, well, yeah, because we need to round up. Mazogo, just take 5 minutes so we can round up. Just a conversation was between both of you, and everybody have. So just chip in before we close, and we convene next week with the subsequent audios, and try to educate our people as we normally do. So go on, please, Mazogo.
Yeah, Mazindewo, thank you very much for your tenacity and the steadfast. Maz, you know, my fellow comrade have said it all, and the audio have explained everything. You know, this is, in fact, this is a conversation between Kule and Adam. This is exactly what Fulani man, the hatred he put on Igbo while Kule is interviewing him, he just talking, not knowing that he's going on air. You see, China Sanworu is extraordinaire. Extraordinaire. Saboteur. Hatred to the core. But if you are saying it now, some people will say, look at what he's saying. But you have heard it from the horse's mouth. It's very, very shameful to the coordinators in Italy. Because when they are saying all this manner of nonsense, they are saying in our forum, I even trying to, as God have it, I even try to set our forum after 5 minutes, let everything wipe out. The idiot called Jackson Moses that I brought in at a point. Australian man monetized his Facebook, saying that they start raking this and that. I want to do this. That is when he removed me as the admin under my watch. And thereby no distance. But as God have it today, all those things are there. I'm going to play all of your voices. I didn't utter any word. All the nonsense, around nonsense they said in that forum, all of them are there. And it's on the table of Abayim. You can't deny it. Some of it is on the table of vegetable. They have it. They have it. So there's nothing to say here because I told them, and I will continue to say it. Italo is the last bus stop for them. It doesn't matter how you feel, because I want them when they are coming. I told Abaim in the place of coordinator, nobody should come Italy with anger. And they only said you will try. Not that you will not try. Of course, we acknowledge your trial, but at the end of the day, you will crumble, you will put into the pit of hell. And that's exactly what happened today. There's nothing anybody can do about it. I told China Sanguru, I'm not the type of person. I'm not here to make a friendship. I'm not here to look at anybody's face. Because I'm a very regular listener of Radio Biafra, then when Onyendu was on ground, that if you are coming to your arrogant behavior, I will tell you proper and plain that this is not right. This is not right. And I will maintain it until he thought he will perform. I'm not the person you can come and just rake like that, then I will fall on your path. It can never happen. That is it. So now he has done everything. He remember what he said. Something happened, and that thing they have done it.
Yeah, we wait for them to say with their mouth.
Nobody.
Yeah. So we will wait for them to confirm that.
Yeah, exactly.
Mouth.
Exactly.
Yeah, so then we can comment on it.
Exactly. So let me round up because the listeners, the viewers, the coordinators in Italy, what you are just doing, you just put yourself into shame, because I want all of you. Did you hear my voice when you people are created to attack Mazogro? It's not all about Mazogro. It's all about the struggle. You people just purposely destroy what we built together. And I want all of you. What is happening today? Do any of you know about it? The answer is no. It's not by doing your mouth just like a basket. That is not the issue. The issue is, what have you placed on the ground? How committed are you? How committed are you? That is the main thing. Not to use to shine. You're shining to where? Where are you shining to? Look at where you find yourself. All of you are going to hear your voice. And then once you hear your voice, I will be narrating all of you one by one, and narrating how effort you have made in this struggle. Some don't even have, they can do it. Mazogri is not a leader. They can do it because on when you now today we are here.
Thank you very much.
They thought they will come and just take us like that. Can't happen.
No. It is very important that our listeners, tonight is the episode 004 on the exposition of the menace within DOS and Italy family. This audio, like I said, it is not for blackmailing anybody, but it's in point of time that we need to, lay things to bear, to explain, especially when it involves in maligning our supreme leader and threatening a sitting national coordinator. A lot has happened, and as we go forward with this, and more things will be coming, not driven attention. This is an internal issue, but it's very important, pivotal, based on the question mark that on this individual warrant that we need to make all these things known to everybody that cares to know. Our leader is still in DSS dungeon. That is the main thing. That is fundamental. That is question. Question is, how many of them are sincerely want Onyendu to come out from DSS dungeon alive? Not of this individual. As you can hear China Sanworu, about Tinabani, these people we didn't wake up one morning to go after them. We have had encounter. We have listened to them. Even when people were shouting, we never jumped into conclusion. We kept our calm, following the due process within IPOB. But when the icebreaker was when they start to flout our leaders' order publicly, then we start asking questions. And today, the truths are coming out gradually. What they have done. I could say it again. Nyawodo, suggestion, 2017. To weaken IPOB within, they created Ripop, Tripop, they created leaders. What is seen today is what they have done before. That is why the leaders they have created, they want them to be purporting themselves to be Mazen Namdeka. You cannot be what you are not. Our leader is still alive, he's not dead. Mandela spent 27 years in prison, but he still come out to champion the struggle that he started with his peers. Our people need to wake up from their slumber. Like our eminent special counsel said, that the big elephant in the room is Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. There is no other thing. Anybody today that is saying anything, those are fighting against themselves, creating content with Christianity, the mouthpiece that brought all these things to you to understand where your root is Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB. Without it, every single one of us was blind before now. And how long shall they kill our prophet, and why we stand by and look? If all of you today are dancing a different dance, how do you think they will ever take you serious, or any other person that are going to come after him? I don't think that we shall ever have anyone like Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Not on this generation. Not even another century. It's not going to happen. People like him comes in a century. I want some of you, many of us in IPOB, we didn't join IPOB because I'm looking for someone to follow on Facebook or someone I wasn't looking for anyone to mentor me in any shape or form. Or I'm looking for someone I wasn't looking for that. I will have my senses. I thought I was before I had that voice, and it struck me. I've given up a lot because of it. But one thing I want you to go tonight and ponder is in your own, forget about all these shenanigans and all these content creators on social media or people trying to make living out of the agony of our people. There was one of our brothers that died in Iguacha on Trump rally on 2020. He was on a stretcher. His word was, go and get me Biafra before he give up ghost. I'm asking you, are you still in line with the oath we took? Because that oath what is going to desolate the whole Biafra land, home and abroad. You might thinking you live in America, but as long as you are involved, and abroad, the word of Madam Nyanya, sympathizer as well has been initiated spiritually, because blood is very, 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 very severe. When the vengeance of blood comes, no one, it's not prayer. No one. That's why even the people that don't pray to God, they honor those that have paid. You know what patriotism is? That's what Americans don't joke with it. Patriotics, they don't joke with it. When people die in a cause of duty, that's patriotism. People give up ghost. Our people march in the street of Biafra land. They pay with their blood. That is not why we're here, to be arguing. We are not. That's why I'm reminding you people that people you're dealing with are those that focus on the cause. Our fundamental, our primary agenda is that our leader be released. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will be released. The same thing happened in 2015. I remember I had issue with somebody. They said, Onyendu will not come out alive. I told him, you're lying. Because I know so many people have died, but Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will not die. This cause, he will come out. That is why you see when men speak ill about him, it is not something you do out of sight. It takes a lot of God to do it. Because if our leader wasn't directed by them, but even Donald Trump said, that man up there, we need his help. That's a spirit being. Forget about what he believes on. Something that we cannot see. It doesn't matter who you are. Your conscience is the biggest enemy. If you're sincere with your conscience, you will not hurt it won't hurt fly. Make sure you think that before you do something to somebody, rewind the family. Turn the table around. If China Sanwo-Olu could go to Italy and threatening a sitting coordinator because of her sister being suspended, interfering in things that doesn't concern him. It's like where she work in Italy, she will call from the call to the job where she work and question them if she's been, if probably it's been inappropriate and now it's been put into some supervision or whatnot, and she have to question them. So imagine if it was Chinasa was in the SS dungeon. What do you think your sister would do? And Kanatakan has no voice. She wouldn't say anything. It's their family business. They wouldn't say anything because it's not your brother. I want us to go home and think. I say Biafra as a whole, some of us are giving up. But don't forget. That's why some people will ask, you talk about the administrative of IPOB. How many of you are willing to come out? That's the question you need to ask yourself. And so many of you today, where are you? What are you doing? Very, very important. Because at the end of the day, when Biafra is restored, then we have professors and lawyers and doctors across the globe and they want to fall back. There will be an exodus. It doesn't work that way, bro. We need to go back into sober reflection and ask ourselves fundamental questions. And I thank every single one of us that have listened to us tonight. And the episode 005 is coming up on Saturday next week again. We will merge. And this is not about individual. This is not about me. It's not about you. Mazin Namde and Biafrans. You see those people that have died. His two parents were involved. That's why when I look at some people speak ill about Okukana family. I know I'm going to do a program about the media war with Parapata, all these people. One day, I will bring all of them together because I told them the day they desecrated our Farikubeg, they sow a seed of decoy. Their generation will never exclude themselves from what they have. It is not, listen, I don't need any preacher to tell me because I knew the only thing I have done in my lifetime is join IPOB. And I made a decision when I joined IPOB. If I die tonight, the only thing I will live for is because I was a member of IPOB. And my hearts are pure. That's the only thing I have, nothing else. I don't have friends. Even my family members, since in my lifetime, I'm making bold of this. Some of us don't even know what IPOB stands for. Today, we are looking for who to follow. It's not what it's all about. He made a vow. And our leader, Mazin Nankana, have not disappointed me. He said, I won't be the one to disappoint you. You people are the one that are going to disappoint me. That is why some people will be, when a man, remember when our leader's wife came to Radio Biafra and said that he made a references about when a man left you and go, how you behave. There's a way she colored those words. The first time she came and speak, I told them, when he come talk about ectoparasite and they were jumping up, this word was meant for all of them. She might be diplomatic. But when people speak, pick up the word that is very vital in those words. Very, very important. The way you behave. Our leader is in prison, and you people deem him as absentia. Absentia. Someone, your leader that is in prison, you give him a title of absentia. Do you know what absentia means? I'm making all this reference to now because it's very, very pivotal. Some people don't think we come here and sit down and talk about China Sanwo-Olu's voice. It's not about China Sanwo-Olu. It's not about me. But we are going to the roots because here in UK, we have all the evil, all the ills they've done in UK here. That's the reason why he just kept quiet. We have talked about it a bit because you can't speak about United Kingdom without mentioning my George. You may ask any of them, they will know. That's why when he talked about Okachi, I interjected because I knew everything that have happened here. Okachi, I was the person that fought for Okachi in UK here when his own issue started. And I already handled it. So what I will ask for you is that IPOB, Onyendu say, is the era of 100 men. I keep on telling you, Mazin Nandekano has a mandate, and even God gave him numbers. So the era we are now is 100 men. Forget about people jumping up like antelopes. It doesn't make any difference. People are free to. You are free to do whatever you want to do with yourself and on your phone. But remember the vow we made. There's something fundamental wrong with our race. Until we address it, we are not going anywhere. I thank every single one of you listening to me. May Chukwu Kabiyama continue to bless and guide us, give us sense of belonging and directions. Most of all, may Okike guide and protect our leader and give him that fortitude to persevere. Because at the end of this journey, what we're asking for is a just cause. All we want is to give us freedom, and we can be able to govern ourselves as human beings. That's what we're asking for. I remember when Lord Jesus went to visit his parents. The mother and father told him that their son is a grown-up man, he can make his own decision. That's why I'm telling people, if it was about money, it was about earthly things, why would they allow the two parents to die? Have you gone out of your senses? Have you sat down and asked yourself questions? What have you contributed in IPOB? There's no amount of money that will, it doesn't matter. No money in this world can bring life. It doesn't even matter one life. If money could buy life, the former owner of Apple couldn't die. Could have bought the whole life. The former CEO of Apple, the guy was coming every day wearing one t-shirt and one jean, addressing the world. He knew he was going to die. He had a cancer. Our people we have mocked ourselves so much. We have made ourselves so miserable in the face of everything on this earth. This is not about me. It's not about you. IPOB was not formed so. This is not a social club. It was divine. And man saw a seed of blood within IPOB. I want to remind you this. Today, someone in the comment section telling about administration. IPOB was set up rightly. That is why Onyendu won. We don't want our men near our money. Just like that's what we're saying about women. But Onyendu knew that our men should stay clear. Every zone have female as their financial secretary. That was the reason for it. Before this man, like you said, Mazi, let me say something. These people, they were waiting for our leader, but they were waiting for themselves because we have to pass this. You see this thing, you see this stage we are now. We must go through it. If we didn't go through this, how do we think we're going to emerge? How do we think we emerge? We have to see this day come and pass. Our entire Ojukwu never had time in 67 to 70. That's one thing I respect about Mazen Namdekan. He never speak ill about our entire, because if you put yourself in the position of Ojukwu then, just like our leader today, what do Mazen Namdekan need to gain? He lives in the UK. He's a consultant. What does he need? Why must he have to put himself in this position? Why do he have to be in this position? Even to allow two parents to die. Ojukwu was a young colonel that went back home, saw what's happening to his people. He fought with his father's money. It doesn't matter whatever he done. For that single act, supersede any other thing he has done. That's why he remained our internal leader. With adoration up top of it. That he could have turned his back, walk away, and then annihilate our people. We couldn't have a platform to do what we're doing here today. Something to our leader, Mazen Namdekan. What does Mazen Namdekan want? He couldn't achieve by himself. If you want to be an orator, if you want to be a seminary, you could have made fortune. That's what he wanted to do. What do you think we are doing here? Think we are here for money? That's why I can't see myself on social media and make money out of social media. No. My Facebook was disabled at the same time. Biafra disabled in 2016, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not interested. I can remain hungry because it's against my will. But what I'm saying tonight is that I want every single of us to go back into sober reflection and ponder. This is not about me. It's not about you. So many men have sowed a seed of blood. Patriotism, countries, no. It was Mazen Namdekan. They are remembered. Nige give a prophecy about our leader. Said that Onyendu, when you look at him, people that are behind him, how do you think that happened? Because after Biafra war was the only war. There's no senator I built for our people that were for. All our kith and kin that went on exile never came back home because they want to conceal the history of body. My uncle, we didn't know if he was alive. I remember as a baby, my mother's brother, elder brother. I remember saying, "Oh, he didn't come back from war." I don't know what I was, but I knew I was in that particular burial. He wasn't there. No family would tell me that he didn't miss any person during the war in Biafra land, and the people are toying with this. This is the biggest opportunity of our lifetime, and you people think it's a joke. It's about money. Woe betide all of you. Thank you, my fellow comrade, and God bless all of us. And may God give us sense of understanding and understand that what we are looking for is more precious than what we have. I'm not fighting for myself here now, not even my children. We are fighting for born children, for our own. In America, you're claiming that human rights. Who gives their monkeys about? In UK, when you said it, I don't seek empathy. I don't seek empathy from any of us. Do what you have been saying to do. That's how the world goes. I don't question them. You can talk about slavery and all that, whatnot, but at the end of the day, all these things has been done. People build a system. What are we doing? We need to build and stand up like a race and fight. Onyenu said that Biafra is a beacon of hope, is a light of every black place across the globe. It will be a mass exodus. Because at the end of the day, will be civilization again. It started from us. Go back home and think. Mazin Nandekano is still there in DSS dungeon. He can cut a deal tonight, but he will never do that because I know the man I'm following. I listen to him. The first day I heard his voice, Chris Bomboloti, tomorrow morning, I never change. And there's no need for that. Nobody preached Biafra to me. I had a voice, that was it. It's from heaven. Go back and ponder to this. Very important. Mazi, I thank all of you. I'm okay. Keep us, like I said, there will no much.
Thank you. Thank you, dear friends.
Mazi. We don't